No.
Okay.
This is my love.
You are now tuned into Mixstation Radio Live. The views and opinions of the guests and the hosts you hear on Mixstation Radio Live are not necessarily those of the staff and the management of Mixstation Radio Live, its sponsors, or advertisers.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Run TV. I'm your girl, Cortez. We got the crew here, Aunt, Chris.
What's
and we
up,
have
y'all?
a special guest today, y'all. Lukebanga and Swift.
Yeah.
Swift?
Yeah.
Got it. I had to
Swift?
wait for the live to start.
Already.
Hey, guys. Welcome to Royale Urban Media. Thank you guys so much for gifting us with your presence.
Thank you for joining us.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Amen. Y'all, he missed ATL for us, y'all. So we got to really do it big for him, okay?
This was
Man, tell me what was going on. So what was going on in ATL this weekend?
it was gonna be a big signing event. I knew a couple people from here, in Baltimore, where we at now, that were going down there to perform. So I was gonna go backstage and do my thing.
Okay.
Dope. Okay.
All right. So tell me more about exactly what goes into producing.
It depends. You have producer and then you have a beat maker.
Mm.
That's where, you know what I'm saying, people get it messed up at. It's two different things. Most people say I'm a producer, but not understanding producer controls like the whole aspect of it. Some people just make the beats and say they're a producer. Producer controls the whole project.
Okay.
Closer.
You good, yeah.
So tell me, all right, so you got somebody to make beats.
So
make the beats.
So if I make
I'm a music producer.
Yeah, he's an engineer. He's mixing, I'm making. You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
like an actual producer is somebody who oversees. Like Dr. Dre's a producer.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not an engineer. He's a producer.
Right,
Like,
right.
He can switch a board, but nah, Dr. Dre put that work together.
Okay.
Yeah, that word producer is like a street term for like overall everything, because there's a difference between a beat producer, a music producer, and other things like that. So that producer word was just a street name for everyday. It's really a composer. That's what it really was like. It's called the person that's making the beat and stuff like that. But the actual music producer is like the director of the studio. So the ones that putting the record together.
Yeah.
Like, so instructing the artist how to really do it and really. Like, okay, let's say for example he makes the beat and all, like, all right, I don't like the drums, we just like the melody, so we reconstruct the drums and all that stuff. So that's basically like producing the song, putting it all together.
Right. Okay.
It's like the director of the studio.
Oh, I like that. I like that breakdown too. Hey, I'm gonna need y'all. We're gonna hook up after the show.
So do y'all have artists signed already? You got artists? You on a label?
No, I'm not independent.
We independent.
Ooh,
But yeah, I have a bunch of
even
artists
better.
that like I work with mainly. Shout out to Trill Major, EB, Relly G. These are the people I work with the most. Yeah, Undertaker, Freako.
That's who he engineered for.
Yeah,
Okay.
engineer for.
That's who he engineered for.
So who were you going to Atlanta to help out?
See, I can't see. I like,
Can't say?
Yeah.
Can't play that. Oh,
All right.
we like secrets.
That's fine.
Those things, you know how when Dragon Ball Z go off, they say you see. That's one of those things.
Dragon
You don't get it all.
Okay, so we'll wait for it. That's
Yeah.
fine. That means we just gonna have to have you on the show again.
Yeah, that's
We waiting.
progress.
We
They-
waiting.
okay, that's cool.
So how long have y'all been at it?
Me, about 7 years.
Okay.
My favorite number.
I've been doing it for almost 10 years now. 10
Okay.
years of 10 years of producing, then 3 years of mixing.
So you're not new to this.
nah, I'm not.
He true to this.
Yeah, I've been doing this since 25 now. I'm seem like I'm old, but I've been doing this since I was 14.
Wow, that's
So
crazy.
so how did you guys get into it?
Me in particular, my brother always made music, but I was a sports guy, so I really couldn't dig in how I wanted to. But then I broke my leg, and then I was just like, I gotta do something.
Me, I would just like love it with music, so I was just like you know, I couldn't grow up and see myself being no doctor or lawyer, nothing like that. So I had to do something with my life, and music was always something I wanted to do. I couldn't rap, couldn't sing.
It'd be like that.
So I wanted to be something with music, and I picked up this. And,
Yo, I can't rap and can't sing
you
neither.
know what I'm saying? So, but I stayed in my lane. I kept true with the music, so
Yeah.
that's where I'm at, you know.
I like that. Okay, Chris, I think you could spit a couple bars.
It's way better. There's way more money into it, too, in the background.
Really?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Can you break it down for us?
Yeah.
Can we hear a little bit about that?
Can we go first?
Yeah, you can.
All right. So, producers, like us in the background, us just doing behind the scenes, we the first ones to make the record. Like, artists have to spend the money. Producers make the money. Artists got to spend for the video, the mixing,
Yeah.
the beat, the bullshit,
Yeah.
logo. And then they put their music on for iTunes for like a half a penny. You know what I'm saying? But we just get our cut no matter what the record is.
Yeah.
Not to say it's not bad to be an artist, but
No, I
just
get
rather
what you're
be-
saying. It's kind of like the difference between being an employee and being a manager.
Yeah.
Whereas though the manager kind of is overseeing everything, and the employee is the one that's.
All right, put it like this: like producers, like we, depending on type of caliber you want to be, because you have people who just want to make trap music. You have people who just want to make, you know, a particular genre. Me, I'm international. You know what I'm saying? So I don't just subject myself to just one genre of music.
I
You know
like
what I mean?
that.
So
A real producer. No, real producer.
when you talking a spectrum of payment wise, when you talking like that, it's unlimited because you never know what you're gonna get.
it's always hard.
You can have a Spanish artist, or you can have. You don't even speak English. I mean, you know what I mean?
I like that.
Like you don't even. But it's just the fact that of being in a box and saying like, all right, where artists should be won't even pay $250 for a beat, but if you do something else somewhere else, you getting $2,000, $3,000 for a beat because it's
Wow.
you're the only person that's doing that.
It's always good to have your business right too with it.
Yeah.
Too. So make sure you don't let these labels mess with you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so when
That's really
someone
interesting.
requests a beat from you guys, how does that work? Do they say, hey, I want this instrument, I want that instrument, I want the beat drop? Like, how does it go? Would you just say, here, this is what it is, and if they don't like it, you change it?
Well, for me, it depends who. First of all, I don't really work with just anybody.
I like that.
Like I don't, energies and stuff like that don't
Yeah.
mix.
Mm-hmm.
Some people just don't take their work serious.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have, just like anything, it's like a person that have this ID. You don't take fucking life serious.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So if you don't have your credentials and certain things right within, your artist part,
Mm-hmm.
then I wouldn't. Not saying consider working with, but it's like a bigger risk. It's like you driving a car.
It's a
without
business.
Yeah.
It's a business. Everybody don't get a ride.
you know,
Yeah.
so it's as far as sending beats out, I don't just send beats out to anybody because once you send them to a public domain, I had to learn not to just throw anything out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because once you put it out there, it's gone. I done had my stuff stolen multiple times.
Oh,
You know what I'm
no.
saying? So
Yeah.
I know not to put nothing out on a public domain without,
Yeah.
Doing your due diligence first.
yeah.
I got what you're saying.
Or going outside of my way and saying like, I'm gonna go send something to such and such in California that's done boom. And he has a producer too that's gonna remake my beat
Right.
Okay.
and then make it sound, and then so he don't have to pay me, he'll pay this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They got a relationship. That's what it's about.
I'm
Wow,
digging
okay.
it.
So that's why you don't wanna. Me personally, I have to either know you personally, or you have to get referred in order for me to want to do.
So let me ask you this: where does it start? So let's just use the people in the room. So Swift refers me, tell you I want to rap on, or I need you to make a beat for me. I'm gonna rap on a beat.
Okay. From then, if you coming through him, I will already give you kind of acceptance because it's like that's kind
It's
of
through him. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if it's, I would then see how you work. You know, because then I'm putting my name on. It's still my work. At the end of the day.
That's the same
Like,
thing with me.
It's still the same thing. So I would, if he can like working with this in particular person, I'm just like, nah, it's not.
Right.
It's not how I want to bag my product.
Got you.
It's the same thing with me because I don't work with just anybody. Because I'm at a point in my life now that it's time to really get really work because I don't have time to be wasting no more. Because I done trained a lot of people how to do this, a lot of rappers how to really rap and all that stuff, and I always get the short end of the stick of it. So now I'm at a point where it's everybody. If you're not taking it seriously, I'm not going to take you seriously. So if you don't take yourself seriously, who would take you seriously? You know what I'm saying?
You got that right about that.
So
Exactly.
like. For me, man, this is not a game to me. I've been doing this for far too long for me not to like take it seriously.
Right. Okay.
I agree. Same with people that want interviews here. I'm like,
Gotta go through a system. It's a system.
It's a system.
exactly.
Gotta be a system.
Okay, so who else have you guys made beats for in Baltimore?
Truth be told,
Or you guys just so all over that you're not just.
I mean,
I
can't say I made beats, but I worked with a lot of.
he worked with a lot. He worked
Okay.
with a lot of
So as far as the Baltimore artists, we can say this could go forever because I mixed for almost all of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
wow.
Blue Benjamin Sleepy, Young Moose, President Davo, OTR Chaz, Free Band Test, Trill Major, EB Relly G. The list could go on.
So who's your favorite artist to work with?
My favorite artist to work with would probably be Major. Like Major. Like one, we have a big relationship, and we just when we have it in the studio. I can also say Tees too. Like we have fun when we work in the studio. So people that I like to like vibe with, because I know them for a while. So it's basically not just like a artist and engineer when we work in the studio. It's like a family thing, you know, when we work in the studio. So when we can vibe out like that, Luke be in there too. So it's like when we all can vibe out with us and we having fun doing what we do. Those are the people I work with. So Major, I can say, is definitely one. Relly G, is my bro I like working with. Sleepy, yes, he was my favorite rapper in Baltimore until I started working with him. It was just like he was always the thing. Cause I told myself in 2016 that I was gonna work with Blue Bitch with Sleepy, and then when I got to work with him, I see like he takes his work seriously, but it's just so annoying recording it. I'm sorry, Sleepy, if you watch it, then I'm just
Well, we still love you.
So who are you guys? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't. Well, as far as you know, I probably Baltimore. I'm gonna say people out Major, Max. I had Frico, Find It. I have a lot of. But once again, these people are like music has levels.
Yeah, they're not.
You know
They're
what
coming
I'm
up.
saying?
They're on the
So,
come
like,
up.
You gotta travel different places. You gotta do certain things, and as a producer, you have to find your niche. And like, I can't just say I'm gonna work with this person because I don't know. Not saying you don't know your opportunities. You know.
Yeah, I got you.
So I rather and my pretty much mentor was just like, bro, ain't no artist in Baltimore can really help you how you need to be
Right,
helped.
that's a fact.
So like, he got major he has major plaques and stuff like that, and it's like, if you kind of showing me, and I'm seeing it for myself. Like my biggest placement wasn't in Baltimore.
Right.
You know,
Mine's
it's
either.
somebody that was in Chicago.
Oh, wow.
These are people who are not in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Canada.
Wow.
These
My
are
busy
people that
placement was in Atlanta.
Aren't in
Proud of you guys. Proud of you.
Yeah.
So it's different working with, not saying artists here, but
Artists
it's like
everywhere.
walking around. I like walking around and nobody know who I am. I'm just
Yeah, that's how it is. That's the same thing with me
Cool.
because we're in Baltimore. Everybody, like everybody,
I got you.
it's just like
So then let me ask y'all this: Who do y'all most look forward to working with?
In
With somebody,
Me?
anywhere, Baltimore.
I love I'm Tech and Roddy Rex.
Oh.
YG Tech and Roddy Rex. Like
yeah, he love freaking.
What make you want to work with them?
Just the grind and knowing that somebody taking it serious. Certain people have a thing about them, even in the artist game and looking the music game. Certain people have a thing about them that they just, and it's like you, but me being on the other, like being a quarterback. You know, me being on the other side of it, I'm like, I know if I get this beat to this person, I know I can take him here and I can go here too. You know, so, and Tech is a person where I make beats to where they're soulful, and then he can also get on something that's like New York, where I make New York beats too. So I don't have to necessarily have to be in a box.
So it's different types too. So what's your preference in the beats that you make?
Uh-oh.
I love Atlanta. Like Atlanta is different. They're just the energy and the music is different.
Lil Baby from Atlanta, right? Okay,
Everybody
so
say that. It's different.
It's different because it's
Black Mecca.
It's different. It's different because you really get like, all right, you think you hard, you think you nice, but then you don't even have, you turn right around, somebody is so much better than you, and you're like, oh shit. Like, but then it comes into, you know what I mean, like, all right, you're building a relationship, and all right, so, all right, you hard, I'm hard too, like, but some people look at that as hating and all that other stuff, but like,
but if you really honing your craft and you doing what you're supposed to be doing, that's only gonna make you better, because if the guy next to you is just as good as you or better than you, then you always got somebody to strive. You know, you racing against them, not necessarily shunning them or putting them down, but them being just as good as you gotta make you want to do a little bit more, be a little bit better.
And Atlanta people help you a little bit more too.
Baltimore,
they're a little bit more like, I wanna help you. Instead of they're a little bit more different. Granted, like anywhere you go, every city has their pace. But they're more welcoming to what's going on than any other place that I've been.
Baltimore is like a big competition. Like, it's really like
Crab and barrel.
Yeah,
I can't
everybody
stand
just
it.
trying to.
But that's why we made Rum TV, because we want to stop that for here
we
in
gotta
Baltimore.
stop
We
that.
want
Exactly.
to bring people on to promote your brand, to help elevate your platform, and also elevate our platform so that we can.
The biggest problem here is nobody wants to be, like I said, I play quarterback, right? You know. when it
You
comes
already
down-
know I know.
So like, nobody here wants to be the number 2, number 3, or number 4. Nobody wants to play their position. Everybody wants to be number 1, not realizing that if we all get in the game, this is why it's 3 producers that like, you know, we're based on. It's three producers. If we all are if we are all on our job, it's 3 of us. We got 3 different chances of being in number 1 instead of just being one person. We put pride aside. We put everything aside and look, this is what we gotta do. You know what I mean? But people here don't have that mentality. They just want to, all right, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Nah, bro, it's not all about sometimes being number 1. Being number 2 is that cool. I look for the number 2 and number 3 guy. Like, I know who Virgil Blah was years before people knew who that was.
Okay.
You know, so
It's the
people's
team
like,
mindset is what you're
yeah,
saying.
you know, I look at the people who's carrying the bag. Like, if the trash man didn't take out the trash, this would be a dirty ass world.
Yeah.
That's facts.
You know what I mean?
That's
So,
facts.
and we
True,
look
yeah.
over things like that, and they're the type of things that I look for. But that's what us as Baltimore and us, we gotta not.
We just
That
gotta stick
humbleness.
together.
Yeah,
We just gotta stick together. That's all about it. It's just we gotta all stick together. We have so much talent here, and it's crazy because we look past and all that stuff. There should have been so many artists that blew up in Baltimore. It just
a lot
everybody.
of these people, and my bad for cutting you off.
No,
a
you
lot of
good.
these people don't want to do their own research and want to read.
Yeah,
Like, that's one of, like, I have a book where though it tells me writing, most people don't want to do this, and it's like, wow, this shit is in black and white. That's a fact. So when I read that, it's just like, how many other people are reading this? But after going, you know what I mean, a person had to tell me to get this book in order for me to get it. You know what I mean? But when I read the first chapter and I read the first part of the book, and that's what it said, and it's just like, artists don't like to do paperwork. They don't like to do business. So this is why a majority of these people are in the situations that they are in, because they don't want to do business.
right. That's
People,
what.
they'll give you this money and be like, oh no, it's not enough. No, bro, it's how you flip it. It's what you do with it.
Right. Wow. That's true. Felt that. Chris, what you about to say?
Well, I was gonna ask him. So, with that being said, what would you tell other producers, other artists that's coming up in Baltimore? What advice would you give them to help them build their brand and, you know, be successful in what you guys are doing?
Know the game, like really study it, like really make sure your stuff is protected at all times. Like, make sure your paperwork is right when you get into the stuff, because no matter what, if your beats are like, if you're coming up and stuff, it will take one to blow up. Even if it blows up, you might not even get your cut for it because if you don't have your paperwork right. There's two sides to this music industry. There's the music side and the business side. You gotta make sure both of them are straight, or you ain't gonna make it. You know, so make sure.
I say before you do that, make sure your sound is where it needs to be. And I'm saying that is because you can put out I walked through this myself. I done had big emails to people like the baby, like to where as though he's fucking platinum right now. You know what I'm saying? And I just wasn't ready for that type of sound. I wasn't developed. I'm good, but I wasn't developed to where as though I lost opportunities.
Hold on, we got somebody calling them.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
You finish your thought, though.
Had people that were huge in that caliber, and I didn't know how to make these type of beats. Whereas though, not saying the paperwork and things wouldn't come together, but you gotta bump your head before you understand. Like I had to bump my head to understand. All right, now I gotta learn this business first.
Yeah.
Experience is your greatest teacher.
Because if you just say, all right, I'm just going to read the book, you're never going to make any beats. You're going to be so in a box that whereas though you don't want to make any beats because you're going to get so many artists like, hey, I need this, I need that, I need, you know, so.
It only takes one.
It only takes one. The biggest thing I can tell, like I said, somebody that's coming up and stuff like that is to find somebody that you can grow with and just take it from there, and don't reach out to so many people because once again your product gets watered down. And it's a lot of people who say they believe in you, but they really don't.
Yeah. Main thing is like being in like the background, or like us being in the background of the music. We tend to always get the short end of the stick. So.
I mean, I'm not saying
not like all the time. Not no more. But they try to.
Not no more.
Not no more. But we used to. But you know how I was.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, like when you coming up, the best feeling for a producer, engineer, is all that is hearing your music on the radio.
Look, and that's bro. That's one of the best feelings. But once you realize, all right, I'm gonna put you. If you did a song, or if anybody did a song, you did a song, or somebody did a song, and it did 10 million, and you know what I'm saying, you don't know nothing, you don't know anything, so it's just like, it's my song, but like, you see that rapper pull up in a fandom, or you see it and you like, bro, I know I'm supposed to be.
I got you. You don't even know how to get to your money.
You don't even know how to do it in it's a system, and that's why I would tell a younger producer. I didn't just get where I watched Jay Oliver come from. Not saying come from, but I paid very, very close attention to him, and I went to seminars, and I didn't even tell anybody I was doing these things. To be honest, I kept it so because I wanted to learn before I sit up here.
You had to be a student of the craft first.
I mean, we was in practice. I mean, I never jumped out there and just wanted to do something without understanding how this works.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And so it's the same thing.
That's the same thing when I met Ayo and Keys. Like when I was in Orlando, Florida, these are my two favorite producers, and turns out they was in the same city as me. So I went to seminars with them, went to like all the competition and all the stuff, and now they're number one producers in the country. They're in the top 100.
Yeah.
So seeing them and being my mentors and hanging out with them,
that
it's just
really,
like the great feeling because I was there before they was Grammy nominated. Now they're Grammy Award winner because they made the WAP song for Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion.
That was them.
Wow.
Yeah, that was them.
Wow.
They made John with Lil Wayne and stuff. They made all Bryson Tiller music. So like I seen all this stuff like before them, and now they're up there. Now they're number one. So like that's like a great motivation because I could be around them.
And that's
people.
what you meant earlier when you said you just never know.
You never know
what the thing. But I knew they was going to be like that. But it's like seeing them in the club and stuff made me want to get my music like that in the club. And a year later, we got on 92. I got on 92Q.
You been on 92Q already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
When was that?
Last year, actually. Last year, the end of last year. So the beginning of this year and the end of last year.
Okay.
We did a song with Lexa Major, shout out to them. A song called Cook It Up. That song was so accidental when we did it.
I think I heard that.
You did?
I think I did. I think I heard that.
I mixed and recorded it.
For real? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So when we did it,
Look, y'all dropping knowledge on here today. I did not know that.
Yeah, that song was the thing. That song was fun. We wasn't even planning on it like blowing up and stuff like that. That was just us just having fun in the studio, and we just put it out there and did a video. And turns out everybody liked it, and hearing my tag on ITQ and stuff like that was like crazy feeling.
Okay, so how did that happen? How did you hear about it getting on 92Q? And then, tell me about that.
So
What's the story there?
Lexi Lex is also a DJ. She wasn't an artist.
Okay.
So when we did the song, she wanted to just hop on the run. So she knew a lot of people from 92Q and stuff like that, and they sent it off and they liked it. So I think what really blew up the song was the video, because the song was out for months, but it didn't really surface until we shot the video to it, and Maggie shot the video for us. And since Christmas, they sent it to 92Q. I made the clean version for it, and they just been playing it ever since.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Man, that's amazing. It's such a blessing to see that.
Yeah.
Such the most incidental things that y'all doing. Y'all just chopping up in the studio, just having fun. And then y'all make a song that pop like that.
Pop like that. It was just crazy, because now that I know, if we did this not even trying, just imagine what we could do when we really, really try something.
That's what I be trying to tell people, and don't let nobody tell you can't do nothing, because the sky's the limit.
Yeah, and I wish every producer and engineer and songwriter feel this experience, because it's like a great feeling,
Yeah.
Already know.
So when you guys say there's a business side to the music, and what was the other side you said?
The music side.
The music side? Okay, so can you explain the business side a little more?
All
When you
right,
say fill out the papers and everything, well, I'm like, do I go print out these papers?
No, a lot of these
See, the business side is the boring part. You just want to get it out the way. You know what I'm saying? But when you do the business, it has to be done, because the music side is going to lag.
Yeah.
So as far as getting the business right, you really have to make sure.
It's ways that people.
It's
ways of different avenues that artists just don't know how they can make money.
Right.
And
so you talk about more than just copyrights.
It's more than it's more than copyrights.
Oh, wow.
Technically, people I had to go through this. So this, I'm really putting y'all on. I'm gonna shout out my lawyer Diane.
Oh, hey, Diane.
Shout out Diane.
Shout out Diane.
We love Diane.
Her love for it. I'm not even really, but those type of things, copywriting. Sometimes copyright, yes, it helps and stuff like that. But there's still ways around things. You know what I mean? So you really gotta be in detail. I mean, not detail. You really gotta know these people, and you gotta know the contract. If they saying work for hire, if they saying these type of things. All of these terms mean something. They're not just saying this stuff isn't there for no reason. You know what I'm saying? They put it in the word to where as though that's why they say you take it to a lawyer and you get it, because it's a lawyer's language. And if you try to understand it's totally
foreign to you.
It's gonna be whoa, and this is why some of these people sign these contracts. Like I said, I'm not even gonna say I'm a doctor and damn guru or nothing. No,
right.
I'm still learning to this day, but there's things that I learned, and I'm like, wow, you really can do this? Oh shit! And nobody would know. But this is why I'm not saying I if you go to Cali or you go to Atlanta, these people know this stuff.
Yeah.
So can we unpack that a little bit? Is this anything you are comfortable saying on air about exactly what you talk about, but not necessarily too detailed to shape your personal?
It's really just being independent. You know what I mean? People look for handouts.
People
look for handouts.
The internet is basically your record label.
And people look for handouts and stuff like that instead of working on themselves and developing their sound, developing who they are. They quick to have somebody invest in them when they can just take 6 months to themselves and build a fucking superhero within themselves. So they'll quick to take a couple bands or just a quick bailout, not understanding that if somebody's offering you this, what are you really worth?
Yeah,
that's one of the things that I get dressed and I just do things just because I like to do it, not because somebody else. Because once you start doing it and say somebody's offer you, everything has a price.
Yeah,
everything.
everything.
Right. So, you know what I mean? When you are in particular looking for a dollar amount and somebody offer you that dollar amount, you get stoked about it. But then it's like, damn, is this really going to be a comfortable amount?
And
Not
then
even
you start to dream about bigger.
and then you start to dream about big, and then you get in a situation where maybe your contract is longer than
It
really is. So it's a sticky situation, but I would really tell a younger person, who I know it's people that's looking at me as a producer, like, how is this and that, and not to drop jewels. I mean, to drop jewels, you just really have to just do your thing. Like,
work hard.
You gotta work hard. Some people really look for handouts. You gotta sit there and just be like, I'm going to do this. Not do everything. When I mean do everything, like, somebody be like, all right, I'm gonna rap, and then I'm gonna go behind it. Nah, bro, get somebody some work. Like, there's an engineer. Like, he's here for it, for a reason. I know how to engineer, but that's his job.
Okay.
Say I know how to make
So
beats,
I'm
but
not
I let
going
him do it.
to.
Yeah.
I'm not going to step on his toes and be like, okay, I'm going to record, because then this is how your stuff don't come out right.
Mm-hmm.
All
You know,
success.
It's a system.
Play your
all
part.
success starts with a team. Like, you could be successful by yourself, but if you truly want to succeed, you have to build the right people around you. You have to have that team around you,
Yeah.
because this is a fact. Nobody became millionaires by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody have a team.
A lot of these people became millionaires by stealing.
The only
Say that again, I'm sorry.
But they did it with a team.
Stealing.
With a team.
We talked about that.
The only people that became millionaires themselves is the people that won the lottery.
Yeah.
So let's look at that. That's the only people that became millionaires by themselves.
Mhm. Wow.
Everybody had a team. So
Unless
you have
somebody
to
help them
build-
come up with the numbers.
Yeah. So everybody.
That's yeah. I mean,
So you got to really like build the right people around you, and always have the good vibes, and have to work well with each other, because not everybody you can work with, no matter how they be cool with it, because the friends and business stuff will really get in the way of stuff, and that's the truth.
For sure.
There's a lot of times where I had to cut people
I'm
off
gonna be
for
honest.
friendship and business, and all
Be
that.
completely honest. Like,
You
call it bougie, call it like,
know, or whatever.
call it whatever you want to call it. But like, when it comes down to it, a lot of these people had a ball in their hand, don't want to pass.
Don't want to take it.
Don't want to pass. I'm being dead serious, and then it's like you get your turn. Like I said, I'm big on, not even saying, I'm big on underdog, and like, okay, like you can do whatever you want to do if you put the time in and the work
Right.
for it. So I would never go to, and you here to witness, I practice and I would show people how I do things, and I never sat there and like, I'm better than you. People would tell me like, yo, people would compare me before I compare myself to somebody.
Exactly. Same thing with me.
And it's like, I'm not even here for the comparison thing, but if that's what you want to do, then we can do it.
Right.
You know, so a lot of that, when you've been being a producer, when you're in a room and people can, and you're not saying you're not bragging, but it's just like, yo, you got, if you knew me, if you knew what I'm not, if you knew the catalog, like if you have to tell somebody what you done, then you ain't do nothing.
Right.
If you have to tell,
That's facts.
if you
I
got
don't
to,
have to tell nobody what-
if you
yeah,
have
that's
to
a
be
true
like, all
fact.
right, no.
Because they would already
They
know.
already know who you is. You don't gotta explain yourself.
I got you.
They should have to. You know what I'm saying? So when you going into rooms and you're going into places like that, you don't have to be the best person. You don't have to be the best person. But if you like, I've learned like being a producer, like just going certain places, doing, these people, like it's a way you do things. It's a system. Like you just can't go in goddamn places and not knowing, all right, okay, there's lights here and there's that.
Yeah,
that
you gotta know when to say the right things around certain people.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
you
saying?
just
Like if
gotta know.
it's like you said in the beginning, there's levels to the thing. You feel what I'm saying? So let's say for example, I was in there was a point where I was in front of like Diddy and stuff like that. I didn't want to talk
what?
about stuff. You know what I'm saying? So being in
Sometimes
front of-
you just gotta be
you
quiet.
just gotta be quiet until they
Yeah.
ask you. Like
Sometimes you just got like
let me be
Humble,
let me be a
yeah.
little thing, because when I was around Ayo and Keys, you know what I'm saying, because these were Grammy nominated producers at the time. I didn't tell them what I did at one point. I just wanted to like be around them and learn from them and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So eventually, when I was always around them, they eventually asked me like, "What exactly do you do?" You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I told them, and I showed them my catalog, and then that's how we built a relationship. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because he was like, "Okay, you really is really good what you do." You know? What I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you just got to know when to say things,
Yeah.
because your time will come. You just
Wait in line. That's it.
basically what it is.
That's facts. And
Yeah.
We both know. We actually kind of seen that back in our days in high school playing football.
Yeah,
So-
yes. I didn't play with people who the coaches and these people thought that they were better than me, but they weren't raw at all. They got to high school and sat on a bench.
Right. It was a situation
and I started because I worked harder than them. I just
Exactly.
did. I'm not cocky. I'm not. But I read a book and I recommend everybody getting it. It's called In My Head by Russ.
In my head.
In My Head.
And who is it by?
It's by Russ.
Rush.
Russ.
Okay.
I'm gonna text
Russ?
Russ.
Like Russ.
Russ.
Russ the rapper.
Russ. Okay.
And it's like a yellow, head little thing. But long story short, like how I knew, like once again, like going back to what you said, like how did you know that you want to make music and stuff and it was meant for you? Like I've had segments of things that happened to get me to prove that, like, okay, this was meant for me. Like meeting Joey Badass and then giving him a flash drive and then me getting checked and them, if they find a flash drive, I can't get the flash drive to them because it's like, yo, so now I got to get this flash drive. So what I did is I gave it, for real, like it's a fact. Like I kept one for myself and I gave one to my girl. Yeah. If you're not gonna take it from me, you're gonna take it from her.
I got you.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but it's just like, you know what I mean? You really have to find your way. But those, like I said, those are things that like showed me, like, all right, then going to Atlanta and then working with London. Like I told my parents, I was like, look, if I go to Atlanta for a couple days, something's going to happen. I'm not saying they didn't believe me, and I'm not saying that they doubted, but it was just like I knew that was the place that I needed to go. Went there, boom. Same thing with New York. I went to New York, and it was boom. Like
it's the same thing.
It's the same, you know. So I had glimpses of like stardom. I'm gonna say my 3 months into me making beats, I got a place with Montana 300. Like I said, anybody else would have been making beats for years.
Yeah.
But
to get
like,
that opportunity
right off the break, like just snapping, and it's like now I'm still in the development stage. I don't know everything. I don't claim I think know everything either. But you know what I'm saying. But I just know, like I said, from experience, like some people don't get those. All right, you're right next to. Went from making beats in the trap house, now you stand in the Soho for a week. Making beats at the top floor, nobody.
I was working on my.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just don't get those type of opportunities. You sit back, and you look at it like, bro, we really thought about this and was like, yo, we gonna do this, and then it comes true.
Yeah.
rags to riches.
You know, yeah. So it's like you looking at Times Square and you like, yo, I think I can get on that billboard, and then you see a billboard and you like, oh, all right. No, she working with T.I. now, so we going ahead. So it's like, damn, yo, this is kind of cool. Don't nobody even know who I am. Don't nobody know anything. I can just literally walk in Baltimore and go in the store. I'm just an average guy. That's cool. I find as though that's real.
That's the same thing. That's exactly.
And so you like that?
Yeah. Bro, that is so hard, bro. That's like playing football with a visor on, bro. They don't know who you is. So you take the helmet. Bro. Like they really gotta check who you are before they, like, you know what I mean. That's why I said, like, even playing football, bro. Like I never wore all of it.
I know.
So it's like, all right, I don't know who's a nice person on that team, but I had 3 touchdowns and 125, 150 yard passing. So I was taught at a very, very young age and stuff like that. Like, you don't have to be flashy. Like, you can just do your thing. But I'm not even saying a flashy person, but I just have an aura that makes it seem flashy. But it's weird, bro. It's weird.
No, I got you. You captivate the audience and they gravitate
to it. And I don't do it on purpose. I go places like, moved in a new crib, right? I thought this whole block was racist, right? So this dude was like, hey, bro, cool as shit, bro. But he like, I like your Beatles hat. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, what's up? Then I had to ask my girl, I'm like, what's up with the Beatles?
Yeah.
She's like, do you not? I'm like, yeah, I know. I mean, I'm a fucking producer, but like, yeah.
What makes
so
it
she
so
like,
cool?
Yeah. I went to a cookout, and then you got on the Beatles hat. So I'm like, yo, this motherfucker Beatles. But that's branding, you feel me? So I'm realizing even myself, and like I said, growing, like, yo, if you can make something that's timeless and make it to where as though people love it, your brand would never go away.
Right.
You know, if you teach people, I was teaching people and not like I was giving free beats to people early and not charging anybody for anything. You know what I mean? And they were people who had the ball, who were working and going to BET events and they didn't, not saying show me no love, you feel me? But they was just like, they put me on it because I ain't have it. But now that I have it, it's like, bro, I need that beat. You gotta wait for that beat.
Now you on my time.
Exactly.
Not to be cocky and arrogant, but now I got things to do. Like I got people who actually are doing things that love my beats. So why should I take time now? And not saying work with you, but
it wasn't the same when I gave you that beat for free and you was coming up off of it. You ain't had that same rap for me. Yeah. I got you.
I done had like I said, I'm not putting one of the biggest promoters, and like I said, we know him, like such and such is one of the best producers in Baltimore. I looked at him like this. Same thing. All right, bet. Work. All right, cool. You know what? I ain't even gotta be the best in Baltimore. I don't check them credits, and then
I got you.
You know, that's what separates like somebody like, you know, hooping with somebody or being with somebody just like, yo, I know I'm nice, but why are you know what I mean?
No, I got you.
Okay.
My story is kind of similar to his. I was working in a bunch of studios. There was this one studio that we had, like, it was a bunch of producers in there, and they, like, all of us together could have been, like, something real big. Yeah. But I was looked at as the worker. I was looked at as the outlier and stuff like that. But they was focused on one guy because he had his placements with the city, and he was blown up. And I was supporting him and all this stuff. So when I eventually seen what's wrong with faulty up with that studio, and I left it, got my own, and I blew up, it was never the same love what I had. You know what I'm saying? I was looked at as, oh, he's trying to. But he's trying to own me and stuff like that. Like, that's how I was.
I done had people sit
but it was like, but the thing about it, I just worked hard. I knew I was nice. I knew I was nice what I did, you know. But
you gotta keep your head down.
Yeah, I was going to grind. Like it's like when it's your time, it's your time.
That's right.
You will know when it's your time.
What's for you is
it
for
may
you.
take a day, it may take a decade, but when it's your time, it's your time, and you won't know it's your time. Last year, at the end of 2019, I could say that was my like biggest accomplishment in the city. Like, as far as like all the records I did with Hazmat Cash, the Hood Siri. Okay. I worked on her first project. She was a comedian. Now she went into rapping.
Sleepy. Her name sound familiar too.
Yeah, she was on some.
She was on Steve Harvey stuff like that. And I worked on her first album.
A lot of these people, bro, like I'm trying to tell you, a lot of these people are very talented, but it's just like not knowing what to do after that. So from one of my biggest. I mean, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Nah, it was just saying like all the people like I worked with like me saying I was gonna work with Sleepy in 2016, and me actually he calling me to come work with him. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a great feeling because now that Blow Pill song, you was there when I recorded Blow Pill. Yeah. And when it started going crazy.
Sleepy one of my
It went crazy in the club and all that stuff. Like hearing all that stuff. What's that? It's like 500K right now.
Yeah. It's up there.
And it's like working with all the people, the Cook It Up song, Hazmat Cash, Davo, all these people I work with. And these people these people telling me that I wasn't never gonna be nothing, and I told them I'm gonna be something. And I told you I really like that.
I told people I was like, yo, y'all better get this fire. It's hot.
Yeah, you gotta get it by because I told y'all I'm coming. I told these guys,
they just motivated you. Yeah, and that's what anytime you got somebody hating on you, I always tell people aim higher because we shooting for the stars. If you aiming at me, you aiming too low.
That's how I knew I was really like doing something when I actually believed that I got haters, like because I never had somebody really hate me. I'm like, oh, I'm really that like that.
Yeah, you know? That's just confirmation.
You know what I'm saying? That's my confirmation. I really like that.
But that shit fuels people like.
And these are people that I used to look up to, and they was hating on me. Like,
I don't even like. I don't even be trying.
And I don't be trying that. I just be working.
I don't know, bro. Like this shit. Like that's why I stay out of Baltimore. I'm not saying I love Baltimore. Yeah. I love Baltimore, but like, here's a different place, bro. Like working with people here, like I said, it's fun.
It's hate.
It's fun. Like it's definitely fun. It's not but there's very few people that like
Would do the team.
That would do the team thing and actually be like bro, we're instead of, you know what I mean, actually building somebody up. And that's what Atlanta do that people don't realize. Like that's a system, bro. Like motherfuckers here don't like systems. I sorry, as much as they go to the system, they don't like the system.
Gotcha.
They don't like the fact that, all right, look, I should work with this person and do this and do this and do that, and you know, just get bigger.
Right.
Okay. I have one more question, and then you guys can shout out your social media and let everybody know where we can, you know, find you guys. And then Chris can go ahead and introduce our question, or just one more thing. But my question for you guys, coming from an engineer and a producer standpoint, is it better to work with an independent artist or someone who's signed to a label?
Better to
I like to work with. I like to work with. It depends.
Yeah, it depends.
I'm saying it depends. I'm saying it depends because, like I said, some of these, once again, paperwork. You gotta know, like
you gotta have that paperwork.
Right.
All right. I know I deserve more points than this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you feel me? I know I deserve more points to this. So when you work in certain situations, you just gotta know, like working with, all right, let's say, like I said, somebody like a what you say, somebody who signed. Like it's a process because once again, they have their own system. So what they're trying to do is just trying to take your masters and do whatever they can do to get you out the door so they can just give it back to you, you know. But if you're working with somebody independent, you have a chance to grow. You got a chance to go on tour with this person. Not saying you don't have to do that with, you know, with an actual industry artist.
Right.
But it's a lot. It's just like messing with the small time business. You actually meet the person that you're working with instead of meeting a computer.
Okay.
Or somebody that you meet in Los Angeles.
Right.
That you'll never see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll definitely say a signed artist would be better to work with, but
You get a bigger
chance, a bigger bonus and stuff like that.
You get a bigger bonus.
Because, you know, but the thing about, like he said, make sure your paperwork is right before you do anything and sign anything.
All this stuff.
When you work in the industry, they gonna want you to sign stuff.
All this stuff costs money too. So
it costs money to really do
like
it. So
that,
you gotta.
That's where
you know
that's where
you gotta spend money to make money, especially working with a signed artist or somebody that's like making platinum records and stuff like that. You can't just walk in the door and just work.
It's very few times that not saying a label, but like somebody hits you up and be like, I want to do paperwork. It's very, very rare.
Yeah,
that's genuine. Like that's somebody just saying, like, you know, they care about you.
Yeah, they say
like,
that
nigga, damn, they love you if
they tell you
that
paperwork.
But like if you got that big song, they gonna want to do paperwork because it's like, oh, I don't want to get hit. Like I don't want to get hit with
the lawyers.
With lawyers and things like that, you know, so they'll come find you.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys for that. Y'all, we have Lukebanga, music producer, right?
Yeah,
and we
man.
have Swift, right? Engineer.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are an awesome team. I really appreciate you guys for
We
coming.
appreciate y'all.
Okay, shout out. Yeah, social media. Let us know where we can find you guys.
You can find me on Instagram at producedbylukebanga at gmail.com. I said at Gmail? What the?
It's okay.
I'm paying attention to him.
I know, right? That's what we do. That's Mr.
like
Will.
That's like kind of corporate. I was like, my voice kind of. At Produced by Lukebanga, pretty much on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, just Lukebanga.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha. What about you, Swift?
Mine's is at the Swift, TheSwiff. So you can also Google it too. So I'm only Swift. Like you can find.
Yeah.
Okay.
Google me.
I don't want to
big name.
talk about Google levels. I don't want to talk about
How
Google
many
levels.
how many views do we have on that? We're gonna check that out.
But it's
We
true
gonna
though. I
search
Google.
this.
Hey, you ever Googled your name before?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course you Google.
Wow.
Like
One
you
day,
gotta-
one day, everybody, one day.
One day we can relate to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm the Swift on everything. So if you type in the Swift, it's at the Swift on Twitter, Instagram.
I'm gonna
Facebook,
have to follow you today. I got you.
Absolutely.
Man, I appreciate y'all joining the show for us.
sure,
Thank you
for
so
sure.
much. We're actually gonna move on to our ending segment. Some wild stuff is going on. So, Cortese actually showed me earlier.
I said it to you, yeah.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She had sent me
about Marcus Houston.
Yeah, a question about Marcus Houston
You know about
marrying
it,
this
Mr. Wilbur?
19-year-old girl.
Oh gosh.
Did y'all hear
Mr.
about
Wilbur?
that?
Yeah, I heard about it.
Hold up, I ain't here.
Yeah.
What's
Oh
happening?
gosh, y'all.
So it was like a big congratulations to Marcus Houston and his new wife.
But
we have a question about how y'all feel about this man is 38 years old. This young lady is 19.
I mean, she's over the legal age.
No, hell no.
You said legal.
I mean, she's 18.
Oh Lord Swift.
All right, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. That boy been getting. I mean, I don't know.
I'm not saying I mess with young girls. I'm not saying.
Well, we already got the disclaimer, so we good. Say it.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
Disclaimer again, shut.
Mix Station Radio,
You are
baby.
now tuned into Mix Station Radio Live.
Yeah,
Views
we
and
are not
opinions of the
responsible for
guests
anything these
and the
niggas might
hosts
say
you
on
hear
this
are not necessarily those
No,
of
I
the
got.
staff,
Thank you. We appreciate it, Mr. Wilbur.
its sponsors, or advertisers.
Just do me a favor, apologize to the people that we've been dealing with technical difficulties.
Oh yeah.
Everybody, we just apologize for the technical difficulties. You know, Rum TV, we up and coming. iHeartRadio. Absolutely, the whole show is on the app, and we can also put that in the description. But yeah, Marcus Houston's 38, and congratulations to him. Marrying his 19-year-old wife.
I feel like I don't know how true this is, and I don't know. You feel me?
You got your Beatles hat on. That's all good. See what you guys say.
But if you've been getting, you know what I'm saying, while you was younger and stuff like, yo, like, come on. Like, I'm not saying it should be new to people, but if you was getting messed with or however, like, you know what I mean? Like, not saying you should see it coming, but certain people had this it's not weird. It's not weird because if that happened to you at a very, very young age.
That's his norm.
And I'm not trying to offend nobody or, you know what I'm saying? But
Rum
like,
TV is raw and real.
yeah, but you never know who viewing it.
No,
you get what I'm saying. But like you know what I mean. But if something is in somebody, it's in them. Like you can't, you know what I mean. So, do I like it? You know what I mean. No, but at the same time, she approving of it. But for him, like
I mean, she is an adult.
I don't approve. I don't
Listen to
approve.
Swift.
The different young ladies growing up today that accepted that.
Yeah.
Not
Let me-
when, you know.
This
what I'm
young lady, I know it's half, and it could be different depending on what the age is. But you telling me that you were almost 20 years older than this woman?
Yeah.
Half her
To
age.
think
For
that
her, like I said, for her, and maybe she may look at it like, all right, well, I'm messing with the star. You know what I'm saying?
Or someone
you know
who's
what I'm saying? I'm
mature
messing with
because of his
somebody
age.
So what's mature, and I can get some money off. Cause she got,
But who
look,
is
she
she?
got a long life ahead of her.
She does.
But
You know
what's
what
the
I'm
difference?
saying?
Well, what's the difference between like August Alsina messing with Jada Pinkett? You know what I'm saying? They both 20 years apart.
Definition
They both
of
20 years apart.
entanglements.
August Alsina and Jada Pinkett. Smith.
So here's the difference.
She was
Listen,
the,
they both 20 years
Yo.
apart.
Here's the difference.
She said that
They
he
both
had.
20 years
She
Why
apart.
would
said
you
that,
this,
You know what I'm
Chris?
saying?
bro, she said that he had a problem, bro. You can't. Like, that's a whole
mean,
different situation.
But she also said she had a
mean,
problem as well.
Yeah.
no,
But it kind of goes back to what you said. If somebody is used to,
can we-
if somebody is
They-
used
they
to
was in an
something,
open
that's just what
relationship.
they're gonna like dish out.
You
You
know
know
what
what
I'm
I'm
no,
saying?
hell no.
that's
no.
not necessarily.
I'm not saying it's okay.
I would never do that.
Yeah, Swift,
I
we're
would
not saying it's okay.
But you gotta realize that's what they agreed on. You know
For
what I'm
sure.
saying? They were separated at one point.
Will and Jada did more crazy stuff than that.
you want to know what I
So
don't?
let's go there.
Yeah.
Wait, Antoine, what you gonna
First of
say?
all, Will and Jada can buy me, so I'm not even gonna say nothing about them.
You gonna go in? You with the outfit?
They got too no. They got too much money, so I'm not even about to say nothing bad. But I love Will and Jada.
Wait a minute,
Y'all
those
married
two
is y'all married.
disclaimers. Two disclaimers.
But here's
man.
the difference between August and whoever this guy is. I'm not familiar with who he
Marcus
is.
Houston.
Marcus
Marcus
Houston,
Houston.
B2K, right?
Cool.
Okay.
So August was a grown man
yeah.
when he made the decision to sleep with a married woman. Here's the difference. 19 is not grown. I don't care what the government say. 19 is a teenager. It's in the name.
It's an age. It's in the age.
It's in the name.
Yeah.
But the thing about it, like,
The mind is not that mature. I don't care how they say women grow mature faster than men do.
Yeah.
It is not at its full potential. You cannot make a decision at that age. This is not 1946 when our grandparents got married at 16 and 18 years old and spend the rest of their lives together. This is a whole different.
I think.
So you don't
As far
agree
as I'm
that
concerned.
age is nothing but a number, and then some women
No,
or
R. Kelly
some
wrote
people
that.
can just
R. Kelly wrote that.
listen,
Think about that.
listen.
R.
No,
Kelly
no,
wrote
that
that.
was a song. I'm not talking about the song. I'm not talking about the song. I'm talking about an actual age, okay? Because some people are really mature for their age. You know what I'm saying?
All right, that
Really
so we
is
talking
mature.
to a lot of women like older men or mature men anyway.
Yeah.
20 years old, you know what I mean? No, that's crazy. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? That's what some of these women shoot for that. Like
You damn
sure.
near middle age, bruh. I'm talking about Marcus. You damn near middle age.
Okay, but the question is, if he wasn't
If
such
you
a
went
huge
to the
star,
high school,
if he wasn't such a huge
And
star,
waiting for
would
her to
she
walk her
have
ass
married
off that
him?
graduation stage.
Can I ask this question? Let's just
Go
think
ahead,
about
Hulk.
this. All right.
What's
so
up?
so we didn't unpack the fact that she's 19. Let's think about at what point did y'all meet that you found interest
Well,
in
honestly,
this
I saw that he knew her since she was 16, and he waited until
problem.
That's what
problem.
he waited.
Red
He
flag.
waited until she was
Flag on
legal.
the play.
wasn't his situation the
messing with
same back in the day? I mean, I'm pretty sure. What was it?
There's a lot of stuff.
I mean, we saw what's his name, Amarion with the Amarion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like these people prey on. All right. On young women. See, the thing is though, right? What people don't understand is people get power to this type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean by that is, while all this was going on, right? And I'm not saying like it's other stuff to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I'm not saying turn your head to it, but like these people are putting this stuff, and even just think about the where we at in the world today. You can manipulate a TV and put what you want behind the TV.
But I
But
bet
actually, what's going on outside in the outside world? So we got the whole world staring at this. When I mean, like I said, I may be a little crazy, but I got shit I gotta do. I mean, you know what I mean. So I'm not trying to focus. These people got billions of dollars money.
yeah.
They got residual
Yeah,
money. So
yeah.
like
Yeah.
The rest of his life.
for the rest of his life. But
Yeah.
like, I just think for like our community in particular, and I'm saying the black, we give these people too much goddamn power to fuel that. It's like, yo, shame that. Like, why are you sharing that? Tell him he wrong for. Yo,
But the thing about
that's
it,
not normal, bro.
That's not normal.
If he wasn't a big star, if he wasn't Marquise Houston, would she be talking to him?
That's exactly what I asked you
So, like
guys.
I'm saying,
Nah.
it's all about
We
some
put
stardom
too much.
thing.
We put too much emphasis on the female.
Yeah.
You a grown man. You are 38 years old, 39.
Yeah.
Of course, a 19-year-old girl's gonna be enamored with you. You from
Well,
B2K. You
when
got
she
money.
was 16. He was 35.
Yeah.
Man,
What the
that's-
hell do you have in common?
Think about that.
That's a
but what-
She was
When it
born,
goes
you
back
was
to-
already
but
in
it goes
college.
back
You
to
was
her,
in
like, what if
B2K.
she's just mature for her age?
I
You know
think
what
it's
I'm
Hell
something
no!
else.
If it's,
I think there's
look,
something
but you got,
behind
but
it.
you, I feel okay. So what if the roles were switched? What if it was a woman that
He
was
about
that?
to
Or is
drop
that
an
okay?
album.
Hell no.
He about to drop an album.
Better drop out.
Something coming behind it. Come on,
Something has
Marcus,
to.
Marcus
This is-
Houston
yeah.
has not been getting no promotion since I was.
Yeah.
damn.
Remember last
Something's
time-
about to come.
You
Something's about to
feel me?
come.
That's something that needed some type of publicity, or that needs some. That's why I said. That's why I say it's a system. So if that's not working, they gonna find something else.
It's like with the
6ix9ine
August
isn't
Alsina.
working anymore. 6ix9ine isn't working anymore. Like
don't
it's
know.
just like it's like, all right, yeah, yo, you did this, you did that, you rolling around. You know what I mean?
I
It's
don't
not
know.
as big as it was before.
I think
You
it's
know,
What you think is big?
I think it's bigger with the 6ix9ine thing. Like,
nobody. I mean,
Like,
nobody that
I know I don't listen to him. but I'm
Nobody-
saying,
What do you
like-
mean with the 6ix9ine thing? I mean,
like
You
just
know,
people.
6ix9ine.
I know who he is, but
People paying attention to the situation. Like,
Okay.
like now he rolling around and doing this and doing that, and then people are finally realizing, like, yo, this kid, it's a game. Like,
a clown.
he's never been this type of person.
Yeah.
Why would you even, he was a camera guy. That
It's what he said. The manipulation of the media.
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
That's
So
how
a
you
lot-
He
gain
sold
that
his soul
publicity.
Gain that-
And
yeah,
even in
he
a
sold
sense,
his soul to
negative
really do
publicity
this.
is good publicity because it gets people talking.
but look at it
Fair-
right.
True. Any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
Just
But
like
is
we-
it
we-
today in a society where we easily cancel people? we don't support their music, we don't buy their products, we don't. Is this the kind of publicity that you want before you put out an album? The difference between August, like August knew that he was about to drop a song.
Yeah.
Before he let the world know that he slept with Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh, wow.
But
look. All right.
But how though?
Illusion and perception is a whole different thing. Like I said, I'm being completely honest. Like people like come on now. People shit on the same person that fed them.
That's so true.
So he's about to, regardless. Look at all these people that's doing these things. You know what I'm saying? They make a big scene about something and they give you something, and it's like, all right, yeah, shut up. Now, like, you know what I mean? And we digest this stuff. Like all these time, these people been panicked. Like
I blame y'all for that, by the way.
All these.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
It's my fault.
Letting this stuff.
The right hand don't gotta let the left hand know what it's doing. That's what that is.
That's what. Yeah, that's what's wrong with it. Yeah.
So he knew he was about to drop that track, but
Who?
August.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
So-
Yes, he did.
But I thought I was about to say because at the red table talk, that's when that's when she first.
Why would he open up his mouth and tell somebody who is
honestly,
not really paying
but listen,
on,
how was the song? How was it? I don't understand that because
called
the-
Entanglement.
and she used that terminology.
Okay,
she
you're
came
right,
up with
you're
that.
right, you're right.
So
That's
then it was
okay.
like,
So he
okay, cool.
capitalized
You
on the
want to
moment.
say that? I
But
got you.
I got you. I'm gonna write a song.
Yeah, he's a
Capitalized on the
writer.
moment.
It was good publicity.
He capitalized
It was
on the moment.
It helped him out, but maybe.
all right.
But why are we
I got-
ignoring the fact that he had a mental problem? Not only just that, emotionally, all of that. You know, like.
All right.
And if
Do
we're
you-
gonna say she took advantage of that, then I'm so sorry. You go ahead.
Do
Shut
we
up.
feel like? No, I'm serious. Do he really have a mental problem, or he just like older women?
Hell no, he ain't got no mental problem. Ain't no wrong
Like,
with it.
But he
So,
lost some people.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
We've all
like
been
a
in that
woman.
situation where it may have been fun to be messing with somebody that's messing with somebody.
That's fun.
He broke code.
No, I'm, no,
No, to some people it is.
No,
No, yeah,
I'm
that's
saying,
true.
I'm
Yeah.
saying when you were in high school and you found out, okay, this person was talking to this person, you like, all right, I'm gonna try to take them.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you, am I lying?
Let me tell you about
Some people
you're
are
not.
like
Yeah,
that.
that's high school.
Some
yeah,
people are
right.
like that. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
High school.
Many times.
They
So,
do.
You, Mr. Wilbur?
So as a,
I did it in church. Go ahead.
that's a
Oh Lord.
It's right there, Doc.
Steal your girl.
yeah. So
Oh, my God,
so
Lord.
You join the choir.
you looking at it like,
Oh my!
that's smooth. Hey,
Stay on the mic, baby.
that's like saying I need
Cancel
some help. Like I got a
I'm gonna
mental
help you with
problem.
this alto note.
I got a mental problem.
So look. So to think that nobody or August is
all right.
specific.
Bruh. All right, it's not. Look at Jada Pinkett. Let's look at Jada Pinkett as a woman.
Yeah.
We got. Look at her as a woman. You
I
don't.
went to school with her.
You don't.
You
think,
did?
I went to school with
What school was that?
Baltimore School for the Arts.
Y'all
Bro.
cute.
bro? You can't tell me that she's not spicy, bro. Like
No, she is.
She got it.
She
She
is.
got it. She always
All
had
right,
it.
cool.
Fine,
So,
fine.
so that man being a younger man, he tender.
I mean, like you see what he said. You see what he said. You see what he said in the interview. Though he said I could die peacefully, knowing that I gave her everything I had. That's what he said. Like that's what I'm saying.
Ain't got
But here's
nothing.
the thing.
Ain't got
He
nothing in return.
broke
God damn.
code. Why did he go up there and say that? If this has been over for 2
don't know
years,
why
he
he
did.
broke code.
What code?
He broke code.
That
That was
Listen.
supposed to stay.
What
All of
code?
them broke code when all three of them was in the picture.
Exactly. That's what I'm
That was
saying. That
already
is
like-
exactly what I'm
That
saying.
was
There's
2
no
years
code.
ago. That was 2 years ago. You weren't supposed to open up your mouth, especially if you broke
Yeah,
it
so
off.
keep it
What you
secret.
talking about it for?
No, I don't agree with that.
He broke God code.
I don't
He broke
agree with
that
that.
We see Will Smith's side piece telling.
No,
Right.
Ever.
Oh, and
You know he had side piece.
So what the problem is, Jada shouldn't have saved his life. She should let. Never mind. I'm gonna leave that alone.
you know what? Y'all doing too much.
Jada gave him life.
See, the thing-
He said.
He was on his deathbed, and Jada resurrected him like Jesus
He said-
Christ.
he
Look,
I could die
but
peacefully.
to reference
Not
back to
Jesus
what
Christ.
Luke was
Don't
saying
say
in the
that.
beginning, I definitely believe that he knew what he was doing when they put that out there. I don't believe that it wasn't ever a thought or a process for it to be called entanglement, because he could have just as easily made it an authentic show on the red table for her to go out there and say that, make it up off the top of her dome. It was never made up. It was scripted,
he
but
knew he
we're
was
gonna
doing.
act it out. as if it was raw, real. You know.
No, that's from
Come
TV.
on, we had Will Smith. We had Will Smith.
But what I'm saying is though, they thought about that before that ever happened. So
Before that episode even came out, they knew.
you see that picture?
but
Smith
that's why they are where they are. That's what they
sit
do.
down
You seen that picture of Will Smith?
with veins in his head, bro.
Like, yeah,
That's
he
not
look
like
like
y'all. Like
I don't think so. I think August dropped the bomb, and Will and Jada was just like, okay, we're the Smiths. You ain't about to destroy our brand. We're the Smiths. We're black Hollywood royalty. We are
They had to clear their
enigma.
name.
Can I say
We
this?
have to bring this to the table
Yeah, they had
and
to
just
clear their name.
deal
Can I
with
say
it.
this? Can I say- So what happened first? August said what he said.
He said what he
He
said
started-
first.
yeah.
Then they had
To
the red table.
table,
Yes.
yeah.
Because what they, like you saying, they was protecting the brand.
It was protecting the brand.
Regardless of how Will, because Will was over it. They were done with it. Now once he brought it up again,
Cause this make Will look crazy.
then,
Well, it does look
but then Will had to come out and say,
He
all right,
had
well,
to.
you put it out on the table, what you did, since your side piece said what they
That's
said.
right.
But that's exactly why I'm telling y'all it was scripted from the jump.
It was
Yeah.
scripted. I don't know because
I
Will
don't agree.
I don't know. Like you know,
the table
for
was
mental
scripted.
therapy,
Sitting down talking,
I don't
that
know.
was scripted.
Will don't look like it was
Let me
just
say this:
scripted.
how much money y'all think they made
Right.
off that?
That picture right there.
Look,
This picture right here is like you can see the look on Will's face.
Yeah.
He didn't want to do
He didn't want to do that.
He didn't want to do it because that's his wife.
There's a
I
difference.
mean, like, come on
There's
now.
a difference
Stop.
when a man gotta come
Let's
to
cut
his
that out.
table
It's
and let his
different.
wife.
And
to
his
the
wife,
country.
his wife. When do people ever do that?
Because Will is an actor.
And you're absolutely right about that. But listen, this ain't acting. This is his
personal.
wife. This is his
That's
wife.
his wife.
listen, listen. That
Money over your wife, Chris?
Sugar mama.
Money over your wife?
Sugar mama.
Look, they can take. All right, look, they can take
This man know my kids.
$15,000 trip and be like, oh, well, that was just a night. That's the type of life they live. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
that's
like,
true too.
Was it scripted? Absolutely. On August, yeah, that boy is crazy.
Yeah, he
for doing
crazy for
that.
doing
that.
But at the
He
same
wild.
time,
He wild.
he look. Well, I'm not saying why not, but he wanted to drop. He wanted to get some money.
And
he
they
found
seen,
the op-
they,
he found
I was
the
gonna say,
op-
they seen the
Nobody talking about it on the
opportunity.
East-
They
East
believed in the
drop
idea, and they made that shit happen.
At first, I don't know. People saying that when they were saying he had some type of disease or had like some type
Yeah.
of it wasn't working. You know what I'm saying? So let's find something else. Let me throw this in front of your face to
He was sick
to
too long.
this and
That's
get
the
that.
problem. He was sick too long because he had publicity. He had the ventilators on him and everything. He was all hooked up. But he was sick way too long, and no one knew
Yeah.
when he recovered. Like no one knew
Like his music,
when he was done.
his music died off. Like
Yeah,
st-
absolutely.
He like in 2014, after 2015 and all that, we didn't hear about August Alsina
No.
You ain't
for a
hear
minute.
about it.
But I think
he's
just
now
had to do that.
resurfaced.
He
Yeah.
resurfaced.
He's back gone again because that
Like,
situation
yeah,
like
it's
that.
it's
gonna
over.
die
That's
off.
over.
it. That's it. He got,
Unless he drops like a number one record or stuff like that, then
He was
he'll
supposed
be
to drop
very
an
bad.
album called Entanglement.
Oh,
That's what
man.
he was supposed to do.
He not.
He
No,
was?
he's not.
He was supposed to change
really
the name
is?
of his album and drop it and call it Entanglement.
Dang.
he ain't having nuts.
No,
can't do that.
All right, see,
no.
that's-
See,
that's-
none of us
that was
really
one of the
know.
That's
None of
great-
us
that's
really
great- that's
know
great
the
marketing.
details. We
That's
can
great
just go
marketing
by
right
what they
there.
put out there.
There's no way he's
No.
gonna drop an album just talking about just Jada and people gonna listen to it.
Well, people gonna pay attention to it.
Like
That
I
could
don't
be a
really
title
think
track.
I don't really think you got so
She's
many.
not relevant enough.
Yeah, you got so many.
Who ain't relevant enough?
Jada.
Jada, no.
Jada right now
No.
is she don't have enough going on for it
For it to be a whole album. And say,
I
this is this,
guarantee
this is
money
this,
that
this.
episode sitting there with her husband talking about how she cheated on her husband
No,
on national
no,
television
that's
is gonna win
not-
her Emmy.
you missing-
I
you missing-
guarantee
But she
you.
didn't just cheat. He did too.
He got to mess with
But
somebody.
we ain't talking
like,
about him cheating.
He got
We
to do
talking
something
about
like
Jada.
Megan Thee Stallion
I'm
and
just
like
saying,
do
that's the
something
truth.
like that. for
Especially in
the family.
2020 in
if
this
you do
time
if
of
you do a
women
song with
empowerment.
like if you do a song with like one of the big artists like Megan Thee Stallion and stuff like that,
Talk
then
about
that's
some
what-
entanglement or you know what I mean.
then people
That's
that's
gonna get
That's
ratings.
gonna get crazy.
That's
You feel
going
what I'm saying?
yeah. But technically he messed up when he did it with Rick Ross.
Yeah, what the hell was Rick doing?
That's not no
Rick
slight
Ross.
or no
Rick Ross.
disrespect to
Yeah,
Jada.
yeah, yeah.
Doing.
But
Yeah,
what I'm
but-
saying
Ross
is,
did.
for the trajectory that he was looking to achieve with that was not how he was going to get it. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it
Like, it
wasn't.
wasn't no
It
shade or no
wasn't.
disrespect to Jada. It's just where he was going with what he was doing. That's how he was going to get there.
Listen,
The reason
Jada-
I don't think it was scripted
Jada
is
fucked
because
with me.
Jada pulled the rug from underneath him because
Yeah.
he ain't expect Jada to do what she did.
Yeah.
He wasn't expecting-
That's what it was.
He wasn't
He was
expecting
expecting them to stay silent so that he can push his narrative to keep him in the spotlight. But when Will and Jada came to that table and exposed what she did and was like, okay, this is what it was. It hasn't been there for a long time.
Yeah.
that blew all took all the wind out of his
But
plane.
that, and then you know what? Even us talking about it right now is just more confirmation to me that it was exactly that. Like you said, we are giving that energy to that same thing by discussing it right now on our show.
Yeah.
But that's why me in particular, like in my crib, not like there's I got strictly music stuff in there. You get what I'm saying? There's no because like I see a total different, like when you making the music. I even just think about like the instant gratification. Like it's instantly when
That's the millennial motto.
you get what I'm saying. Oh, Will and Jada done this, or such and such did this. It instantly, I want to look more into it.
Yeah.
So you're looking for gratification in people who already technically made it, taken away from your own gift. This is why, like, when people get to, this is why technically, like, I'm not saying I don't have a lot of friends and shit, but it's like, yo, like, a lot of this shit be like weird that people give their energy to, and it's like, yo, you got a whole life to live, and you'll give 30 to 40 minutes or maybe an hour to something that's just like they scripted. They did this to play on your intelligence. I don't like fucking with my mind like that.
Yeah.
And I know, like I'm gonna say, like I said, particularly this camera, like we can take all this down and edit that and do this and do that. And this is why I said, even when people reading books and understanding, like, and I learned this from a female. Y'all take 1,000,001 pictures, but only post one.
Oh, tease. Who taught? Oh, we had a conversation about this the other
Don't
day.
do that, Chris. Don't do that, Chris. Luke is talking. Luke is talking.
But guys but God, not saying that I don't. You got to be a certain type of guy. Not saying there's nothing wrong with it, but
I've heard that before.
I'm going to take multiple pictures to see which one I like.
Which one?
It's not in us. This one cool.
One take shot.
But a girl, I gotta take 10 pictures and this one gonna be right. But that goes in the same thing with, for real, that goes in the same thing with people.
Chris, this is not about you.
It's repetition. Like repetition. I'm going to take this, I'm going to take this. And you notice, every female, they got a particular pose that's always right because they practice that. It's the same thing. Once you continuously look at, all right, you got people now, like, even Pop Smoke, like people who were like in New York and stuff. I know people that knew Pop Smoke, and like really before he even died, I was supposed to go up there and cook with him.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
You know what I'm saying? Like real, like the people that he know is like the same people that I, not grew up with, but hang out with.
Yeah.
So, but you had people now who are. I'm not saying don't let things, but give still so much energy to stuff that just not saying let it rest, but like it's stuff behind it, and you would never figure it out. Only people will figure this out with the people who make these plays.
You gotta just focus on yourself.
I had as a quarterback, I had 4 audibles that I can say, okay, I know he's not coming. If he's coming this way, I can do this, I can do this, I can do that. It's the same thing, and this is with the media, this is with those, and it just takes you away from what you. And Junker, bro, I swear, our high school coach, I swear to God, I think this man because I didn't know how to play quarterback. I didn't know how to. It was a process that he just showed me that I was just like, wow, this shit is crazy. Like if this, it's this, then I don't have to look so much on the bigger picture. If I just nip. I'm in the end zone now, right. And now I'm up there 7. Now I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Well, most people like, all right, now I got to score 14. No, all you got to do is get halfway. You know, it's beauty in the struggle when you're working in the trenches, in the process. You know, and
bite-sized load, man.
That's what the media and those type of people throw in front of you because they know that, like, all right, these people going to bite on this. But if I just look at it and be like, all right, I got this, it's not going to show up anymore. But like I said, with females and pictures and certain things, like a female can teach you a lot about social media now. They like pay attention. Like they know what works. They know how to get things going. So I would like, once again, these young producers or these artists, look at a female and look at a great female and how she promote her stuff. She's going to tell you, all right, this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't work.
Females spend more money than men. You know, value your project more than that's how you look.
People
at
don't take time to look at things like that.
Yeah,
like to be honest, it's the naked. And not saying the naked eye stuff, but even in terms of us being, we about to talk about like us being black and things like that. We got a lot of opportunities that people don't take advantage of. That if we knew and actually took the time to read or maybe something like that, we'll be much more successful in knowledge. But majority of these people just say, okay, because I'm this and that, I can't. It should be given to you, and it's not. You know what I'm saying?
The system was made for us. Like it was really like it was made to go against us. So as black people, we gotta work 10 times harder.
I mean,
two
honestly,
times harder.
and I'm not, and
That's why
I'm gonna change. This is why, like I say, for I'm gonna change the narrative on that because I'm with multiple people and multiple cultures.
Yeah.
It's not a color. It's how you present yourself.
Yeah.
It's not a color. Because if I walk in with this Beatle hat, y'all wouldn't know. But a rock star would sit there and be like,
it's a connection.
Yeah.
It's not about, you know what I'm saying? But if I came in here with my pants down, my chain out, and like, this interview wouldn't be as cool because it's like this guy's out of pocket. Like he is fucking. But but this is how I'm saying as a culture we try to bring that out. I didn't have to tuck my chain. I didn't have to do that. But it's one of those things where it's like I want to be proper. There's times where I can untuck this chain and be that guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you know what?
Knowing the environment.
But sometimes it
respect that.
Sometimes it is kind of harder because if you like say for example if you go for a job interview and it's you and a Caucasian and an Asian, then like a good chance that the Caucasian person is gonna get the job before you.
That's
it's
how
always,
it's a system. But
even
like
though y'all
said,
have the same thing,
I love it, and it's crazy.
But that's why it gives us a chance because we can work a lot harder. And we're gonna earn it more because we're gonna feel better about it because we earned it.
Us as a culture, you gotta expand your mind and say, yo, if come on, yo, people crazy. All right. If something's in need of something, do it. Don't try to do what everybody else is doing. Like if we all at McDonald's, like I said, we all, you know what I'm saying, going for the job interview. All right, you the cook, she's the manager, you a manager, you this, you that, you this. If there's nobody to clean the floor, I'm gonna clean the floor. Right. Where do you need help? Where do you need help at? You don't need. We look for. All right, I want this. No, like just take a little bit because that little bit makes you appreciate a lot. Me, I'm gonna be honest. If certain things didn't happen early in my music career, I would not be where I am at now. Yeah. And they were huge things that happened. Where most people be like, "Fuck it, I'm quitting. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that." But to me, it's like, all right, that's the learning curve. That's something I didn't know. You caught me this time. I didn't see that coming. Now I'm gonna go study my playbook a little bit more. So now when you see me, I'm gonna audible this motherfucker, and then you gonna be this way, and I'm going this way. So I think we really have to change the narrative as people. As okay, we have it harder. We don't. We got more opportunity actually than
our ancestors.
Our ancestors, and we got this social media. But if you sit there all day and you repost. I'm going to say what's going social. A black man getting shot every day. What do you think these people that got millions of dollars are going to do? You take the power away from that. Not even like I said, I have like I love white people. I have tons of white friends. Man, it's not no secret. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is, these people they're actually scared to tell you and talk to you and tell these people tell you how to get money, tell you how to do these things. But if you come in there ignorant and just thinking you know it all, or you did, they gonna shut your mouth.
How would, like I said, if you don't take yourself seriously,
watch. You probably heard. Have you ever heard of the spook who sat by the door? The spook who sat by the door.
No, explain to me. You might well. We got time. This mix station, baby. You can talk.
All right. Now this is like something that everybody should learn from. It's not a color thing. It's about being free. Technically, it's about observing and understanding where you come from, and it's not about. I'm not gonna say a color, but it's like empower your people. If the spook is a person who was, I want you to watch. It's so good. I want y'all to watch it. I don't want to because it's an older movie and it may be a little weird, but like if they stopped this movie because if it got to black people in particular, it would.
It's called The Spook.
The spook who sat by the door. Like I said, I feel sat by the door. Sat by the door. The spook who sat by the door.
The
think I heard
spook who
about
sat by the
Like
door.
I said, this is.
I'm gonna check that out. tonight.
Look, I just sent it to you.
It was in Nipsey. It was in Nipsey's catalog.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's something that we all, as a everybody. It's not a black and white thing. It's not. It's literally saying, yo, if you're not good at this, let me teach you how to do it. If you know it doesn't, there was a white. There was a white guy in the video, and he was like, "Well, I don't like white people. I don't like this. The spook said it's not about you not liking white people. It's not about you. The guy was just like, I'm black. You know, and the spook was like, no, you're not black. Like I don't. What good is you're helping anybody if you talking to me about color?
That's facts.
What good is that helping? Like we're trying to be free, and you talking to me about color. Let's just be free. Forget what you know what I'm saying. Forget what. But this guy was so. I don't like my own color. I don't like this, and that. Like I said, it's not just hard on our end. Like there are white people that don't like white people.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So it's not like you feel me. People. We just make it seem as like okay, we just had the biggest goddamn boulder to put on our backs. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, we did go through a lot of shit, but like that's not stopping nobody from being millionaires. Like if anything, right now we got more black millionaires than any goddamn decade, and more black entrepreneurs and more. But people don't look at those little minute things and be like, you know what,
we got to keep working hard
little and build on that instead of saying, all right, I'm going to pay attention to somebody like 6ix9ine and. Come on, look at somebody like Nipsey. Look at somebody like these people give you blueprints on how to boss up.
Yeah.
But if you want to sit there and just not be stupid and not be observant, then that's these people's fault. Like, and I talked to a older white guy actually Thursday, and he told me, he was like, look, I think you should go talk to your people, this and that. And it's like this is a process. It's not something that's going. It's not something that's going to happen overnight.
Exactly.
But first of all, you gotta understand that we don't have. Ain't shit old to us. Like my people ain't work on no slave plate. You know what I mean? That's a mindset. As soon as you jump off that, you technically you can your possibilities and what you want to do is limitless. But if you keep on saying okay, this white man or this black man is stopping me from getting, we'll never get because that man got to touch a dollar or
it's
do
now
your
an
business.
excuse.
Yeah. It's not an excuse. And us as a culture, we use that as an excuse. Like we this and that. You give these people who got fucking millions of dollars to now put more millions of dollars so I can now scare your kids. You feel me? Like come on, like people don't open their eyes and actually realize like. They got hundreds where they can wipe their ass. Like I said, these are also black people. These are not just white. You know what I'm saying? This is not just a white people thing. But we have to also realize you got to allow these people to come and do that shit too. Yeah. You got to roll over. And people don't understand that there was fucking black people that sold black slaves. White people not scared of. Yo, it's crazy. White people are already scared of us.
We know that.
We already know that,
we
right?
Know that. Right.
So how can they get another person to be? How can they get another color to be scared of their color? I gotta go get my brother. I gotta fight you in order for you to be scared of me. So you listen to him. So I'm gonna turn us against us. And I'm not saying it doesn't have to be that way, but people don't understand that shit is much more deeper. This is why I say, as Baltimore, if we stick together, and we have really good artists here, we have really good people here.
So many.
But it's a mentality. Okay, look. We should help each other. It's not about. Like I said, fucking money changes all of that. Money changes all of that. Look, if you can go pay this man bill, look at the crab spot. Look at the crab spot that happened in the river.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When he
we
said
talked
that
about
was 75%. Come on, it's 4 fucking quarters in a dollar.
Exactly.
75% of your business. Once you threw out that statistic, come on, you got 25. You got a quarter left. You have a quarter.
my money.
You feel
Right.
me? You got a quarter
Yeah.
left, so
Yeah.
like,
But
you
hold
look
up,
at it like
and then he tried to shit on the up and coming crash spot that was coming across the street or around the corner.
you can't do things like that and expect them. Where now you got more people who like, okay, I like that, like, and you know, my brother has a white girlfriend. Where you have interracial, people care. People care now. So it's not like, okay, I'm just going now with some black. I can't do that. You have. Shout out to my man, that's my favorite producer. Okay, but he broke the barrier messing with Kim K. Now every white girl wants a black man. Think about that. Before Kanye made it, got on there and started talking this talk about Kim and now every white girl wanted to be a Kardashian.
But you know, the white
And
girl,
the makeup
white girls
and all of
always
that.
wanted to be like black girls.
Oh, we just
The white girls wanted to be like the black girls.
Yeah.
Though.
So you turn it.
Big bodies, big butts. They
You-
wanted to be like that.
You now turning the culture slowly by surely. You're doing that, and now that these kids are now growing up, like, oh shit, we got the bro. I'm not even gonna say we got the ball, but there's like, it's a broader vision than just saying we black. It's a beautiful thing, but you gotta look at that shit and be like, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm coming.
Look at the advantages of it.
Look at the advantages of it. And started looking at, all right, we were slaves for 500 years and this and that. It's much more than that. We got more opportunity. Like I said, I will go into a job interview and my girl used to laugh at me like, how you get so many jobs? Because how I present myself. I don't go in a place with my pants hanging off my butt or this is. I know who I'm talking to when I'm talking to them.
That's facts.
You know, you can't just go in a place and not be knowing, okay, like I say, going to any organization and having your pants down, having your hair nappy, like, they make hats. My hair is probably nappy as fuck right now. But if I would take this hat off or however, it would give me a different presentation. You know what I mean? It would. If you know what I'm saying? If you don't have it. Yeah. Now, if you know, and we have to take those type of things. This is secrets that I'm not saying. This is what with a younger producer, somebody that I will grow with, that I would tell, bro. It's how you do things. When you just like your fault. When you meet a man, you shake his hand. You know who is in power when you're in the room. You know, so don't wear this type of stuff because you may offend this type of person. You may do this. You know, you got to be cautious of those things because this person may cut your check. And with older gentlemen, and people will be like, I get up. People, my man Ice makes fun of me because he like, yo, you so proper, yo, you so. Let's just. We in the corner store with the Chinese people, and he like, yo, why you saying thank you? Because it's motherfucker, it's general respect.
Thank you.
Like, I'm
Give me
just
a
not,
service.
yeah,
Give
I'm
me a
not just
service.
going to throw my money. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if I'm working with somebody and I'm recording somebody, or we don't want nobody just like, yo, press that button. You boom boom boom, press that, and you like, bruh, like,
They don't do that
it's
to
a
me.
service. It's
Yeah,
a service
that's
that gotta
so
get
true.
done. So this how
You know what? And since I'm getting on the show now, I really
Excuse
don't
me,
do it.
Antoine.
Excuse me, Antoine.
See that?
See how I just did that? I just balled him over, right? Yeah, we do share, Mike. We do this every
Oh,
week.
my God.
We do share this way. I must say, gentlemen, I love this show.
Yeah.
I mean, the wisdom of y'all young producers doing it, and who I have been under producers, and then I became one years later. Like, I'm producing now, so you're right. It's all about how you present yourself, and it's more money behind the scene than it is in the front.
Exactly.
There's a million
And
ways
people
to
go-
make a million.
Oh my
There's a
God,
million ways to
man!
make a million.
You know, and
concur.
this is one reason why we did this. It's because we could not get our music, well, my music, played on the radio.
Wow.
That's the reason why I did Mix Station Radio. Because I said the internet is going to play me. I can play my stuff on the internet. Even though it's hardcore gospel music, and I'm talking about real issues, I know at least I can play it on my station. Nobody else can tell me.
That's ownership.
There you go.
ownership.
You got to
That's-
start, and then you help
Respect,
other people to
respect.
repeat what you're doing.
Yep.
That's the thing about it, because now you're creating a family where as though we can all do what we need to do and make money,
Yeah.
and let the dollar go within ourselves. All parts working, yeah. You
Yeah.
say, oh, Shabbat, don't do
Amen.
that.
Okay,
All things
y'all.
work together
Okay,
for
take
the
us to
good
church.
of them. Okay, so brothers, man, y'all just blowing my mind today. I know I was over there doing some technical stuff, and even the cam ain't showing that, but we still live.
No,
So
we
they
still
still
live.
saying this.
Good.
Okay,
But the thing
good.
about it went down. So I apologize for that. But man,
That's okay.
I'm loving this. I could have this conversation all night with y'all.
Yeah.
But I know Roti, Cortez got to do. I'm going to say rum teas. That's something.
Hey, rum tea.
Royalties.
Royalties,
Well,
right?
he
Rum
meant to
teas,
say
right?
royalties.
Right,
but
royalties.
We got
And
it.
that's a different show.
But Mr. Wilbur, we really appreciate you
Yes,
for
we do,
giving us
Mr.
this
Wilbur.
platform.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
man.
Yeah.
I enjoyed every Friday. I just want to let y'all know that.
And we know
With
that
all our
Rum TV is your
craziness.
favorite show. So
It is my favorite
just shout it
show.
out one more time.
It is.
So everybody can
Rum
hear.
TV is my favorite show.
Amen.
Amen. I had to put my radio voice.
And I love it. I love it. Very proper,
It's
very
my radio
proper.
voice. So I just love this conversation, man. Y'all boys. I'm gonna hook up with y'all anyway.
You
So
gonna
just
have to.
remember that.
Yeah.
I mean, about
Oh,
Rum
that speaks
TV. I'm
volumes
talking
because
about
Mr. Wilbur
mixed
don't
station.
say that to everybody.
Yeah.
He does not
Watch the show
say
if you
that
don't.
Do
to
not say that
everybody.
to everybody. No.
No, he'll be
No,
talking
no,
about
no.
you after the show.
Yes, I will be. I'll be like, do not bring them up
God,
in here
God
again.
darn it.
Because, like you said, when you represented yourself and
Exactly.
you came to me, and y'all shook my hand.
Yes, right.
Y'all said what y'all had to say, even though you might have been like, is he really serious about saying what he's saying? But
I wasn't really like that.
yeah. But I mean, y'all humbleness, because it's a lot. You don't know who know.
That's right. That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
It's not what you know,
just
it's who
don't
you
know.
Yeah.
And it's many people that I've backed up through the years. It wasn't about me being the quote in the know. It was just about me being humble.
Yeah.
And then they say, "Hey, come on, man, travel with us."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's what you want, okay?" And get paid, and they
Wow.
feed me. So,
Ooh.
because some places you didn't get paid.
Exactly.
This is during the '90s, son. This during the early '90s, so you know now there might be a different story. But I must say, man, what y'all talking about, I love it, man. Keep doing what you're doing. If y'all ever need mixed station help,
Thank
call
you,
me
Mr.
personally.
Wilbur.
I really mean this.
Thank you.
I don't mind, hello. I'm say this. You can hear this on the. I said it. That's right.
He
That's
said
hard.
it.
Mixed Station Radio.
He
I'm
said
the
it.
vice president of Mixed Station Radio. So hey, we like Apple, baby. You start with us in the beginning. By the time we get over with, you be like, oh my God, I remember I was there. And that's what it's about. That's why I love meeting the beginnings.
Yeah.
Because it's about the humble beginnings, how you
Right.
make it.
There you go.
And it's not about your age or whatever. Because
That's
no matter
right.
how old you are, you can still make it. Like me, I'm still in the industry.
Yeah.
I'm still in it, still doing what I'm doing. And nobody can say I'm not doing. And I own it.
Yeah, it's yours.
It's mine. I don't owe nobody no money for all the albums that I did myself. It's my album.
That's right.
Hallelujah. Okay, I'm done.
Now you good,
That's
Mr.
what
Wilbur.
that
Thank
one
you
of
for
those-
that.
appreciate that.
Appreciate
That's what I always
you.
say.
That's one of
like-
those things about that, like you said, the word humble. Like we gotta take that out of our catalog. And I'm saying that because when you think about being humble, right? Being humble is somebody telling you to humble yourself because they couldn't do what you do. Like just think about it.
Yeah.
If you putting up 100 points,
I was just about to say that.
if you putting up 100 points and you know
You
and
that.
somebody come in, and somebody
you
come
that.
tell you, be humble. Why
Be
do you
humble.
want me to be humble of something I'm good at?
Why you didn't tell me to be humble back in the day when I was
Well, okay.
helping
And I
out?
No, that's
understand.
a difference. Go ahead.
I
go
get
ahead, go
it.
ahead.
I get that. Trust me, I definitely do get that. But I mean, I know everybody does not go and stand from a biblical standpoint, but I definitely do say to be humble. Now, you don't gotta be all like you said in the football court. The football field. You don't gotta be all like showboating, like
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you good what you good at, you don't gotta announce it.
You don't have to be
Just
arrogant.
do what you do.
There's a
You know?
difference. There's a difference.
I just think that's like one of those words. Like I say, us black people, once in
Downplay
particular,
yourself.
we all read the
Downplay
Bible.
yourself.
We read the Bible more than you get what I'm saying. So like, I love it. I love it.
Right.
Absolutely. But that's also I understand there's power in words, and if I'm good at something, I'm not saying I'm gonna be a beast or just but
why should I should cheer about things that I'm
No, definitely
I'm
celebrate
happy.
your accomplishments.
You can celebrate.
Absolutely,
There's a
definitely
difference
celebrate
between
your
being arrogant and
accomplishments.
humble. Now,
Arrogant
knowing
and
who
arrogant.
you are
Arrogant and
Yeah.
humble.
is something different.
Something different.
When you know who you are, that's just who you are.
You're
You
confident.
can just walk
You're
up in the
confident,
room
yeah.
and your confidence is
Exactly.
radiate.
It's
But that's the
something.
difference between being arrogant and
It's
humble
all-
and
yeah.
knowing who you are.
all
But
about
also,
being
do not. You
successful.
don't have to dim your light so other
No.
people can shine. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't have to do
I'm
that.
gonna take your mic again.
That's y'all mic at this point.
One thing I can say, and I understand what the word what you're saying, humble.
Yeah.
But also to like, humble.
No, you ain't gotta take it.
I know.
so
I
done.
just- look,
I am
we just
so
joking.
done.
We just joking, but what I'm saying is like, people would take what you do so good as you being arrogant. I went through that so many times.
But those people, There you go.
Yes.
So we getting. Why should I be humble? Because why? Not even saying why should I be. I'm not. I was. Oh yeah, I done this. I done that.
Yeah.
Majority of these people don't like the fact that you have it.
And you're
Simple
right.
as that.
You're right. I mean, man, as many times I had to not sing with people because the lead singer was intimidated by what I do. So I felt the vibe.
Yeah.
Once you feel the vibe in the house, you say, okay, you know what, y'all, that's all right. I don't need to do this. Y'all go ahead and do what y'all do. Because for some reason, you feel it. Mm-hmm. And my thing is that just step out the room. Yeah. Let them be what they're going to be.
Yep. But if you meet somebody who, like you said, it was an energy. Now just imagine meeting somebody say, "Oh, nah, I'm not better than him, but I'm going to make this work."
Right.
Somebody has to. That's what I mean by we in Baltimore, us people. Somebody has to be the number two.
Man,
Somebody
I always be with people that are better than me.
Yeah.
You have to be.
I don't mind being number two.
You have to be.
Because number two people make money. Background singers make money.
Yeah.
Background singers always have a job. Yes, but we always have a job.
That's
though.
one of the big. That's another big producer secret.
That's it.
That's another huge.
That's it. I'm done now. I'm really done. I'm not saying no more tonight.
Don't be
find
done with
that-
us.
you
Don't
find
be
that-
done. When you're ready to speak, you have the floor.
Just one more time, I guarantee.
You find a songwriter. You find a songwriter that can write. That can, you know what I'm saying. A lot of times they write for the artist. You know, so it's other ways in the music industry, and there's other ways to do things.
There's a million ways to make a million.
Yeah,
Ooh, I like
that people
that.
just be
Million
like, I'm
ways
just
to
gonna
make a
rap.
million.
Nah, like yo, I know people who wrote for huge people.
Yeah.
that you could just walk by and they will be like, you'll never
never
know,
know.
but their name on the
Same
credits.
thing with me.
You that? Yeah, man.
That's the
And
guy.
that's knowing who you are and not having to flaunt it.
You know,
Exactly.
That's why I look
you know what's
for.
crazy?
Exactly.
You know what's crazy?
I
'Cause I do Uber, right? And there's some people that like there was some person that was listening to a song that I mixed,
Yeah.
and I was telling them like, you know I did that record, right? He's like, what do you mean you did that? I'm like, yeah, I did that. You hear my
Yeah.
tag on there? I'm the Swift. Look at my profile.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
say
wow.
like, oh, this is you. This is really you.
Oh wow.
And they just changed the whole perspective of me.
Yeah,
but
like,
they,
like,
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
It's different.
Respect.
but I got a tip though.
Yeah.
You give me a good tip for
You got
that
a tip.
tip.
Yeah.
So, but you know, the thing about it, you always gotta like, not always like humble yourself. You just never know who you're around. You know what I'm saying? And always never give up on your dreams. See, this is my brand right here, Success Addiction.
Success addiction.
It says never give up on your dreams, and this is what I live by.
received that, brother. Thanks.
Yeah, this is what I live by every day. Cause, like I've been saying, I've been doing this for 10 plus years, and I still haven't gave up.
Well,
yet.
how old are y'all?
25.
I'm 20. I'm 28.
Yeah.
Wow, y'all are so young.
Oh yeah, I'm proud of you guys. Wow.
That's why I said it's also like I be getting people that's like 60 years old be asking me for advice, and it's like, bro, like
I be asking people.
I mean, it's just like you just
Stop.
you just know like I said, for me, I just know what I don't want to be a know-it-all, but it's just like some people give you. If an old man tell you or old person tell you, I wish I was doing that while when I was younger, pay attention to that. Because like they regret that, like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. Like that's a fact. So if I'm
Reading
doing
a lot.
something that's different, like in the job that I do or the music that I do, and they like I like that, or I wish I was doing that when I was younger. That you're in the right direction.
Never
Because
stop studying. man.
These people wish that they can do what you done, and everything that's been created has been recreated. All these hits that's on there, you know what I'm saying? These people go back to old songs and be like, I'm gonna mix it over, or I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. So being so young, like I learned from Junker. Like a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Junker's he an a-hole. This guy was one of the most a-hole type people, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, but
he's right.
Everything
that was a reputation he carried.
Everything that he did made perfect sense. Like, yo, don't go to the game without your cleats. Make sure you got this. Make sure you got that. You know, cover your butt. Make sure you know what I mean. Make sure you have certain things intact. So being a young guy, it's a process. I'm telling you, I was a quarterback and a senior. I could have started over a senior, but I didn't. I quit. I quit. That was probably one of the worst decisions that I made. But I'm like, yo, I know I should start over this person. But then he sat me down. My 11th grade year, he was like, you know why I didn't start you? He said, I knew you were better than him. I knew you. But he said, I wanted you to develop. I wanted you to see, because I know what you can do. So I'm like, oh shit. Like he was breeding me technically. Like he was just showing me the ropes. I didn't know how to read plays, and I think we had like 100 and something plays, 200 plays.
Junker playbook, yeah, probably.
So it got me down. Like I said, I got down to reading plays in damn near 5 seconds after running like 100 yards. So I'm not saying I would never did it without the guy, but he kind of
he helped.
Yeah. He got my mind in the aspect of like, and a lot of people be like, man, this guy's he's a dick, which he was, but when you want to be good at something, that's what you got to do.
You need somebody like that.
Yeah, and you'll have
for
people. Sure. That want to play for the team or that on a team that just don't have the right energy or the right aura.
Never stop.
And it wings them away. Am I right or wrong? It wings them out.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember like
nobody liked Junker in high school. Honestly.
Nobody.
None of us. And even the people who played football for the years that he coached. And we won championships. Yeah. But at the same time, we already knew what she was getting. It's kind of like the Belichick of high school for real. Like the persona that you got right there was like, yo, I don't want to play this year because I don't want to deal with Junker. Seriously. But if you played, you had that discipline at the end of that year. Wow. He was gonna. If Luke was a star on the team. Yeah. If Luke was late to practice or did something in class, Luke was not gonna start. He was not gonna play. Yeah. And the whole school would be like, "Yo, y'all can't win without Luke." It didn't matter. We was going 9-1 that year. Cause
for real,
that's really how he was.
Right.
And he really got to it. And he really, like I said, a lot of people will be like, yo, but he sat me down and he told me, he like, look, a lot of people follow you. A lot of people do this. I need you to do this.
That's right.
I can't get to these people without
like
getting to you.
Right.
So me understanding that a lot of these people, I'm just like, yo, you got to chill. You got to understand your situation. This is why, like I said, we won championships because it's crazy because my right hand man was Corey was like one of the, this dude was like Adrian Peterson. I mean, I didn't even have to look to throw this dude the ball. Like he was always there. Like I like we ate breakfast together. We did everything together. It was like literally my childhood friend. But he just never listened. You know, but Junker had him in the position where as though you had like A1 colleges looking at you and doing, but he just didn't tell you anything. My coach didn't tell you like, yeah, you had these, because it's like if I tell you got people looking at you, you're not gonna play right. So after all of this stuff, you know what I mean, after the season over, he like, look, I had Corey. I'm like, well, I showed him this, and he like, wow. I said, bro, you should have just been paying attention. Like, it pays to pay attention. Like that's not like a saying that these older people, these people tell you. And you know, I think that's a big reason why I'm so successful in production. Like I just don't think, all right, I'm just gonna go this way. There's multiple ways to skin a cat, and if I'm not gonna get you this way, I'm gonna get you this way. There's 3 of me. Right. You know, so if you don't like him, you like him. If you don't like him, you like him. Same thing with football. If I can't pitch it to him, I'm throwing it to him. You always gotta have options when it comes to you doing what you want to do, and not simply box yourself in.
It's all about like when you like if you look at this, like never stop studying what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like I still study to this day how to mix and all this stuff. I don't care where I'm at. You know, Beyonce still has vocal coaches. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta look at that and see like that, people like that. So all you gotta do is whatever you do in life, work hard at it, love what you do. Money gonna come, but you gotta love it first.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be successful.
I mean, the thing is, even with like even with the money aspect, like people just look at that like that's a byproduct.
Yeah.
Like, that's really a byproduct. Like,
Money is the secondary. It's gonna come with it.
really think about it. Majority of these people who make millions of dollars, they got time. That's the ultimate cash. If you got time, you can make some money. These people, another thing is, you know, if you take 10 hours of your time and you working for somebody else for 10 hours, you don't have no time to develop anything that you want to do. You built somebody else's legacy,
That's
not
right.
building your own.
And this is a quote that I told you, but I was
You
telling
know.
you earlier too.
So
like,
it's
if you treat your career like a job, you're gonna get paid like an employee.
Hello.
If you treat it like a business, you're gonna get paid like a boss.
yeah.
That's right.
So you got to put in the time. The average
good.
small
That's
business,
good.
the average small business owner work 50 hours a week. So for you to really make something out of something, you got to really work that time and put the time in there all the time.
Every Friday.
Then
So
another
you got
thing
what to
is,
do.
it doesn't like this, like it don't happen overnight.
It doesn't.
Like you get a like I got a
Oh,
lot of
no.
I get a lot of no's. Believe it or not, I get a lot of no's, but like it's only no right now because I don't have that it factor. Not even the it factor, but like they ain't see this person post yet. So
They're recognizable.
yeah, so I play a game like, okay, cool, you want to add this word? I'm gonna turn up some more. Now when you come, you gonna come with a price. Now, now you gonna pay me. You gonna
That's
pay
what
me
my-
double more than you because it was like now I'm trying to. That's why me in particular, I'm not saying I don't put money first or I don't. I just deal with aura. I deal with aura. Like your aura is gonna tell me where I need to put you, and if I need to charge you right off the break. You know what I'm saying? It's a favor. You know, majority of these big companies and things like that, they give you pens, they give you these things to make you feel as you should comfortable, and they want you to be in their establishment. They want you to work for them or however. But it's the same thing with your own particular business. You come and get in the beat from me, like I'm gonna promote your stuff. I'm going to do what I need to do, but in the aspect of saying like, all right, you know, I started making beats in 3 months. That happened for me because I did a lot of studying. Like I did studying before I
Started making
beats. Like the people that I knew making beats were Rip Knox, like these people on the radio with K Swift and all of these people. And I was playing football. Like I was just around. Like they said, I was just that guy, or not just that guy, like every star. They were just around. And they knew what to do, but they just had something else to do, little baby. Like, look, I'm in the streets all day. Like, I don't want to rap, but I know how to rap.
Yeah, I was a weird kid in high school.
I'm going down rap. If I was producing when I was in high school, I swear it wouldn't. I wouldn't be here. Because of the popularity. My popularity would have took me through the roof.
Yeah.
You know, but I ain't had time to. And what's crazy is Grills, rest in peace to Grills. The deal was he's going to teach me how to. I had to teach him how to play quarterback, and he had to teach me how to DJ and make beats. Wow. He didn't know how to read a playbook. He didn't know how to do anything.
But he could throw that ball.
He could throw the ball like 50 yards, like flat footed.
He could, yo. That I remember that.
Flat footed, but he was just like he was on a.
He could shoot the ball long
shoot the
range
ball,
too.
yeah. But on the radio with DJ Lil Matic, these big producers now, and he was like, "Yo, I really want to play quarterback," and I'm like, "Bro, you're not gonna start over me, bro. Like, you're not going like I can show you, but you're not. You know, like it's just kind of natural. So like, it took me time to get this good. Like, you're not gonna just know how to, you know. But another thing, he grows. Everybody looks for instant gratification. So learning a playbook, you just can't look at a playbook and say, all right, I'm just going. You got to sit there and be like, my lineman should be doing this and that, this and that. And some people just can't hack it. So he couldn't hack it, so I was still making beats. And I'm like, yo, you still got to hold up the end of your bargain. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I told you, yeah. So he taught me, and that's what kind of got me. That was another reason why I knew I was in the right spot. Because my brother was rapping, and my brother went to like Interscope, Sony, and stuff like that. Wow. Like So even when it comes to business wise, my brother's not saying my business manager or anything like that, but he always like, bruh, independent. Make sure you do your business, but make sure you get your product right because your product gonna sell itself and things like that. Because he's been in been in these labels and been in situation itself. So I have somebody that could be like, all right, bro. And now sometimes I ain't gonna lie, being a little bro, I'm a little big. Yeah.
I work for my little bro.
Yeah. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's kind of different. And I'm like, yo, you kind of old. You kind of, you know what I'm saying? But he be right. It be right. He be right though. He be right. He be like I said, like him now. He been telling me like 3 or 4 years ago, like, bro, start making Latina music. Start making this type of music. Start doing this type of music. And I'm like, bro, like, I ain't fucking with that shit. Like, nobody. But my mentor just got a goddamn gold plaque off a Latina record. And I'm like,
Oh yeah, they here.
Oh,
They
like
here.
I
Kitchens
would have
everywhere.
been on the
And
wave.
it pay the same. And it pay the same.
Yeah, I would have been, and that's I would have been there 5 years, 6 years ago. But I'm like, nah, bro, I don't know what he talking about. Like,
Until you
But it's
see-
the truth.
Until you
You
see.
always do stuff 10 years ahead.
yeah, but that's
Yeah,
but
that's what they
but being
say.
a younger, not saying that's what us. I'm not saying millennials,
Right.
because we're very creative. We know what we're doing, and we feel like, you know. But old tricks always win the trade.
Yeah.
You know, Timberland will always. I'm not saying I can be better than Timberland, but Timberland know how to work a board. I don't know how to work a board. You know,
Learn.
I know how. Yeah, but that's something that once again, that's something you have to get somebody to learn.
And you have to look at them
And
like
know,
this. I
yeah,
didn't know this.
yeah, fact.
My brother told me this. My little brother. I supposed to went to school for engineering.
Fact.
Hey,
Not
watch this.
him.
Yeah,
Okay,
He did it just off of whatever.
watch this. I mean, Swiss, watch it.
He did it just off of whatever. My brother is the engineer. I'm not, but he taught me how to do this.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
And he's the youngest?
Yes,
Okay.
Marcus is the youngest.
Okay.
So we always had that big brother, youngs, but he still doing music like I did music. I went out.
he got a spark.
Yeah, he had it. He has it.
Yeah.
I have it.
Yeah.
But the thing about it, he didn't want to be under my shadow. So he had to be different.
Little bro mentality.
Yeah. It was like, yo, I'm gonna be the nigga of the family.
Yeah.
You can be the good guy.
Yeah.
You can be the gospel, the
You
guy
big
in
bro.
church, right? You know, everybody but it's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
But we always connected, and he played on all my albums.
Yeah.
He's been there on all my
balance.
albums.
Yeah.
So
That's what's
now I'm working for him.
Yeah.
Oh, let's be working for each other. How about that?
Y'all work-
yeah,
yeah.
we're working with each other
Yeah.
now, because now we know we're better together than we were apart.
Yeah.
I like that.
We're
Okay.
better together.
Same with Rum TV.
And you know what's
Mixstation
crazy?
Radio.
You want to know what's crazy? Like, if y'all would like Pharrell, I mean not Pharrell, like Pusha T and Malice. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like going back to like our culture and stuff like that. Like, we don't have too many brothers that stick together. Like, I be at work and I work with my brother. They be, and people be like, "Yo, you work with your brother?" It's like, yeah. What the hell was wrong working with your brother? Like, what's so? You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
exactly.
Like, I understand it, because sometimes I be like, yo, this nigga tripping. Like, but it's like still like, yo, would you rather do this and do that? But I did other stuff, like I would go work for like FedEx and like do little crazy shit, like stuff like that, because I'm like, not saying I don't need my brother, like,
That's right,
you know what I mean?
right,
But like, I
right.
try to make my own way. You know what I'm saying? But like, God and just like, nah, you gotta go back with your brother, and now you can go work with your music, because now
It's order.
it's order. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of embedded in, you know what I'm saying? I when you go against the grain,
Yeah.
like, yo,
Just don't work. You be like,
this man, yo, I hope ain't nobody from FedEx watching this. But bro, I didn't bet the FedEx truck, bro, in a hole. You know what I'm saying? Try and get out delivering mail. Like, I'm not supposed to be driving no truck. Like, that's the fact. Like, why am I driving this truck? I'm supposed to be somewhere making music, but everything was wrong with me. Like, yo, I will forget the scanner. The scanner was worth like $5, bro. I will forget the scanner. Like, and it's just like, yo,
Allegedly.
you feel
Allegedly.
me? I'm not supposed to be doing this. Like, boxes falling off. Like,
was
yo,
supposed to
I
be a
swear,
lawyer.
yo, like,
Shout out to Luke for messing up everybody's package.
Don't do that.
bro.
Allegedly.
And there was people, like I said, shout out to them people, like I said, sometimes them boxes fell out my truck. And I got
rolling down the street.
You feel me? Yeah, but like it was like, and once again, I had my actual the guy who hired me. You know, he was a good dude. He understood, like, all right, you know. But he took me. He was a business owner. He's a white guy. Right. You know what I'm saying? And he gave me an impression of where people was talking about Donald Trump and all that type shit and stuff like that. And everybody, when Donald Trump first got elected and stuff like that, everybody was like, "Oh, I don't want this man in office. This and that. This and that." He pulled me aside, like, "Come here, let me talk to you real quick." And he started telling me stuff like, you know, this is why these people think this is why this and that. So why things are going on now, I'm realizing, like, yo, oh shit, like this, yeah, he putting me down, but this whereas though I work with my own kind, they won't tell me the things that he told me, they simply don't even know. Don't even know. You know what I'm saying? But like, he would be like I don't know if I would drop in MacBooks and all of that type of crazy shit, but like literally, I would come back to the truck and he would just be like, "Don't worry about it." You know what I'm saying? Like literally, he was like a lifetime coach. Like, I can still go to this man right now.
Yo, you ready to cost FedEx a lot.
I can go to.
He ain't say his name.
Don't say his name.
He ain't say his name.
I ain't say his name.
That's right. That's right.
I work for the FedEx out in
Don't say that.
in Illinois. Leave that out there. Chicago, Illinois.
This is not a court of law. This is not considered a confession.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
No officers of the court here.
But you know, it was one of those things where I realized, like, I was not supposed to be where I was supposed to be. Then after leaving the job, and he like, yo, you gotta give me 5 bags for this. I'm like, what? First of all, yo, I was sick. I wasn't even, cause you had to lead a scan. Yo, I swear it was so much shit, and I'm just like, yo, I can't do this.
That's
working at Walmart, the lady told me to help her, right? She's like, all right, help me. So I'm going back there to help her and stuff like that. She turned around and said, like, why you here? So I already got a hit record. Like, I already have a hit record. So I'm like, why am I here? I had to burn my drop in and I left. I got my car and
same thing when I worked at Hilton Hotel.
Like, yo, she don't know.
I worked at Hilton.
You don't know who you talking to. Like, I'm doing this only because, like, I'm just trying. Like, I went home and straight made some beats. Like, I'm not working for nobody else again.
Yeah,
that's why.
Like,
if I'm
working with my bro, then that's different. But like, as far as going to a operator job, yeah,
no, not me.
She straight looked at me like, "Why are you here?" And I'm like, "Yo, you told me to be here."
I ain't using that mic no more. I must say this, gentlemen. Y'all are called. Y'all know y'all are. Mm-hmm. That's why certain things didn't work the way that they should have worked. And you're going the right way.
Yeah.
You're going.
Yeah.
Okay? So just keep doing what y'all doing.
You have to.
When I worked at Hilton,
I'm trying to turn it into church service. But the thing about it, I went through the same thing. I did 21 years of corrections.
Yeah.
Knowing that I should not have been there.
Yeah.
It took me after I left. I got attacked, and the Lord let me. He allowed me to leave, but I could have got hurt.
Yeah.
But because of my calling on my life and what I'm supposed to do in gospel music, see what I'm saying? I already knew what gospel music was. It needs to change. Mm-hmm. I never was a part of the old God. Mm-hmm. I never was into that mess.
Yeah.
I don't go to those things. Mm-hmm. I knew I was different, and when you know you're different, it's not going to work. You're always going to go against the grain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then I was still traveling while I was in correction, still doing my thing.
Yeah.
But I wasn't out there.
Yeah.
I was still making money.
Yeah.
And it has afforded me a lot to do this station.
But would you rather do? You would have rather done production and get into what you?
Done production, but I had to say to God, okay, whatever way you want it. Now I'm getting paid to be retired.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I'm freed up to do
what you
everything that I missed, that I thought I missed.
Yeah.
When actually I didn't miss it. It's just the timing.
Yeah.
All right. I'm done.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Wilbur,
me
for
working
that.
at Hilton Hotel, that was the worst. Like,
Wilbur's
Wilbur's
words of wisdom on Rum TV.
Oh, Wilbur's words
because
of
when I
wisdom.
worked at Hilton,
I like that too.
I like it.
But what happened at the Hilton? What happened?
Yeah, like when I was like working the front desk, the guy was like, "Oh," I said my real name. I was like, "Hi, my name is this." He looked at me. He's like, "Ain't you Swift?"
I
like that.
They will recognize you.
Yeah,
They will
I was
recognize
like,
you, especially when you ain't
oh,
supposed to
nah.
be where you at.
You ain't
And I
supposed to be
told
there.
myself like I cannot work. I told myself, look, I cannot work a regular job. I remember in 2018, I literally had like 20 jobs.
Wow.
20 jobs. So you imagine how many like W-2s I had. So
Yeah.
so I was kept on having them jobs because I kept on quitting them because this is not what I want to do. I'm just doing this just to
make a dollar.
Make a
Right,
dollar.
right.
But when I realized that, okay,
Marquise, don't say that you can't find no job. This man just say he had 20 jobs
Yeah, I
for
did.
1 year.
but when I realized that, when I realized like this is my passion and I can make money myself, and I can find somewhere I can make money myself, I'm not gonna work a regular job no more. I'm the first person in my family to make residual income. So
it.
you
It
see
is.
what I'm saying?
It
So
is.
Wow.
working for myself, I made way more money working for myself than working for somebody else.
That's how I be.
But it didn't come right away. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not knocking anybody that works 9 to 5 jobs or anything like that. Do what you do. You gotta do what you gotta do at one point. But if you really love something and you want to take a risk at it, you gotta take a risk and you gotta invest.
I agree with that. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up Rum TV. A special thank you, thank you to Lukebanga and Miss Webb. We appreciate you guys so much, and we hope that you accept our invitation to come back on another show.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Thank you guys so much.
I'm gonna definitely come back too.
Appreciate
You have
y'all.
to. At
Shout out
this
your
point.
social media one more time.
I'm not gonna say Gmail this time. At produced by Lukebanga on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. Just Lukebanga.
At the Swift, TheSwiff. You can also Google me. I don't want to keep saying that.
Thank you
I don't
guys.
think-
We appreciate
So
y'all
used to
joining the
giving
show.
people your email with somebody like
It's a
get
habit.
his email.
Somebody
It's a
will email you
habit.
back.
It's
I
a
got
habit.
I got 7 emails, bro. Like I don't even got one. I got 7 emails. They be like, "Yo, I sent something to your email." I'm like, "Which one?" I got 7.
It'd be like that. But thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you to our audience for staying with us. Stay tuned for next Friday, Freestyle Friday.
Freestyle.
Juicy
Friday.
I can rap too. You
conversation.
want me to rap?
Y'all know
real
we
quick?
act
You can't
up.
rap.
You I'm about to say you freestyle. Please be my guest.
We asked a fool
I've been
on
waiting for
Freestyle
somebody
Friday.
to freestyle.
No.
Well, thank you guys so much. It's your girl Cortez and the crew. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll see you next Friday.
That was fun.